Boys in the back. Boys.
What is good? Welcome into another episode of Boys in the Back, or should I say, bienvenido a la nueva episode de los chicos de atrás. That's as close as I can get to my Spanish for the Boys in the Back.
It's tough drop. Andy, how did he do?
I'm so impressed.
Oh,
I needed episode there. Los chicos de atrás.
De
Correcto.
atrás. Sí, muy bien. Wow.
Oh.
Con
I've been
honor,
practicing.
con
I've
honor,
been practicing.
impressive.
Obviously, Andy, fluent in Spanish. Me, not so much. Sprinkle a little in there in honor of UFC Mexico City this weekend, which we will get into. For that, I am one of your hosts, half of the Boys in the Back, Connor Burks. Joined alongside me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend. Look at that. You got to get the pose in. Can you even do an episode without the pose?
It's the thing.
It's become his signature. It's become his signature. Maybe one day a fighter instead of one of these after a knockout will hit the. Look at this. It's a beautiful spring day here in New York City. I mean, look at that. Where else would you rather be than with a window to look out on a
Yeah,
on a
Ariel said it looked
day?
fake yesterday. Does it look real today or what?
I thought that was a rainbow for a second. That's actually just a crane. That really would have been something if there was a
New
rainbow.
York rainbow.
Exactly. New York rainbow. Frank, how are we doing back there, man?
Yeah, how you
great,
doing,
man.
Frankie?
Yeah. I'm feeling good. Last Thursday of March, we trudge forward all along with the spring into April next week. And what a way to end it with UFC Mexico City.
We're getting into the months you really enjoy. We're getting into the months that are the enjoyable ones.
It's getting darker later. It's getting warmer out. Almost time to shed the jacket.
Yeah.
Not quite there yet. Still a little bit of chill in the air here in New York City. But we're getting there.
I'm excited about it. Jump in the pool.
Oh, you have a pool out there in
I have-
Amityville.
yeah,
That's
listen,
nice
you know,
for you.
Times are tough. We got a pool. We'll open it maybe in May, and you guys come over.
I'll be
Open
there.
invitation.
I'm down. I'll drive. I'll pick up Jordan on air Jordan on the way.
I've made this invitation many times and nobody's ever taken me up on it. Frank, literally, like in my neighborhood, we went to see Action Bronson in my neighborhood. Hey, why don't you come back to the house? See the family, see the house.
Gotta
say
get
hello.
home.
I gotta go. Sorry, can't be
It's
bothered.
like an infirmary there. I didn't want to see all this sick and invalids. Like, come on.
All the victims of the Jackman flu.
On air, Jordan is the only one who's been to my house.
And he's been complaining about stomach issues this week.
Jeez, Frank's just like
Jordan has been.
Yeah.
Oh, this
That was
is
a private
nothing.
conversation,
Is nothing
Frank.
this is
sacred,
sketchy. I
Frank?
thought that was.
Not in this control room.
Oh,
The
yeah.
blue light.
Wow.
wow.
Look at that.
So
Look
it's
at that.
like getting beamed up.
Frank, you a big swimmer?
Huge.
Yeah, I feel like you're hitting the
Huge
backstroke in the
swimmer.
pool.
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like you're ripping a backstroke. All right, we can talk about that in the summer. We can talk about our plans to go out to the pool in Amityville in the summer. This weekend we got UFC Mexico City. We'll preview that. Pound for pound, best Mexican dishes. I think this
Yeah.
one's going to get a little bit contentious. I think this one's going to get a little bit heated. We'll do bets. We'll do parlay pals. We'll do all of that. But before we dive into Mexico City,
Yes.
wanted to talk a little bit about the lightweight division, the upper echelon of the lightweight division.
Yes.
Obviously, Charles Oliveira joined the Ariel Helwani show yesterday. Had a lot of things to say. So he's going after Islam. Obviously, he wants the belt. Justin Gaethje's going after Islam. He wants the belt. Elia's going after Islam. But now he's saying, well, maybe it might be Islam or Charles.
Everybody's chirping.
Dustin Poirier is going for a legend. He won't
Legends
say who it is. Dan Hooker's got to come back from an injury at some point. Justin Gaethje, the top of the lightweight division is in disarray. So wanted to bring a little bit of order to it. Look into our crystal ball and see what we think's going to happen.
Yeah.
But wanted to kind of get an order in our head of what's happening. Essentially, all in March. It's been the month of March that the top lightweights in the world have been hopping on Twitter.
Ilya vacating was like the inciting incident. Like
for sure.
Ilya vacating was now like okay, where do I stand in the picture? Because clearly they see a new contender entering the picture. Justin Gaethje gets a big win over Rafael Fiziev. Now it's like, okay, how does this all shake out?
Let's start ripping through some of these. We have some tweets, we have some quote cards, we have some videos. So Ilya, this is after he had moved up to lightweight, he had vacated the featherweight belt. He said, "When we announce it, you won't believe it. Get ready." It is now 3 weeks since that tweet. We have heard nothing, and he has actually de-escalated from, I am not only the champion, I'm not only going to fight for the belt, but I am already the champion of this division, to it's either going to be Islam or it's going to be Charles. They're both scared to fight me. We'll see what happens. So I'm not sure he's as concrete on that anymore.
Is there any chance, like Alex Pereira's, it won't be Magomed, that we've misread this, that this was something else, that it was the street sign, the street named after him in Spain, that it was the changing of the nickname to the legend. Like,
when we announced the name of the new street in Toledo, Spain, you simply won't believe it. He just left out that part of it.
What could this possibly, like, the part that drives me nuts about that tweet is like, no, I'd believe it. There's not one that I wouldn't believe.
I think we said it when this tweet came out. I think the only one that I would be like stunned would be him versus Conor McGregor in Spain.
Yeah.
That's where I would be like, holy shit, I actually would not believe this.
Yeah.
All right, we roll along with the tweets and the videos. Then Justin Gaethje, this is after beating Rafael Fiziev,
nice.
at UFC 313. He said, I won 3 of my last 4, only losing in an exhibition fight, referring to the Max Holloway BMF belt, very much a real fight. I have to fight for the belt at Dana White. I am ready. So he's Justin Gaethje now staking his claim that he has to fight for the belt.
We got Ilya for sure feeling like he has to fight for a title, although, as you said, like maybe he's backtracked off that. But feeling like he has to fight for a title, he vacated. He has a great claim to it. Justin Gaethje, big win over Rafael Fiziev, has won 3 of his last 4. The defeat coming to that Max Holloway, feeling like he has a claim to it. So now we've got at least 2 guys who are like, I'm next. I'm the next guy in line. We move on. Now we've got Charles Oliveira weighing in. Charles, I'm looking for the title, and today's champion is Islam Makhachev. Topuria is a very tough guy, but right now I don't see it as a big fight. So Charles like throwing water on the idea of Ilia Topuria being a big fight for him. I don't necessarily agree with that. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I think Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira is a massive fight.
Huge fight.
Especially if you put number 1 contendership status on it. This guy will be fighting for the title next.
Outside of Islam, Charles is the biggest name in that division, right? Do you disagree? Yeah. Like Charles is the number 2 guy. I would actually say
the 3 biggest names in the division are Islam, Charles, Ilia.
Yeah, there you go. So I feel like that would be a huge fight. Respect to Arman Tsarukyan, who I think might be the rightful number 1 contender, or like the second best in the division, potentially. I mean, he beat Charles, but I do feel like Charles is like the biggest name.
Of course. And here he says, this is Arman Tsarukyan saying, I'm the true number 1 contender, ready to prove it against anyone. But how am I supposed to do that when everyone else just wants to fight on paper? Charles, Justin, you can sit and wait, or you can step up and earn it. No mention of Ilya in that one, but he's essentially being like, Charles, Justin, you guys keep talking about wanting to fight for the title. Well, I had the title fight. Then I lost it, obviously, because of the weigh-in issues and the injury before UFC 311 back in January. He's willing to take a number 1 contender fight to earn his way back to the title shot.
This is what I love so much about that, is that Arman's like, okay, I see all you saying you deserve a title shot. I had a title shot. I lost it. I want to prove it. Give me any of these guys.
I'll earn it.
I'll earn it back. I like that, and I think that's a good strategy, because all these guys are going to be clamoring for a title shot. They're not all going to get it. One person's going to get the shot, and then you got everybody else out there. Arman's like, give me any of them, and I will get the next opportunity. So I like that. I like the way he's playing it. Although it sucks, because I freaking would love to see Islam versus Arman. That's the one I really want, if I'm being completely honest.
And I don't think we're going to get it. But
we're not. Dana White is...
How upset Dana was after 311.
It was very clear. What else do we have? There's a lot more here.
This is on the same day as Arman tweeting it. Ilya says, Charles, it's better if you stay quiet. You have 10 losses, 5 by knockout, 4 by submission, and 1 by decision. You are the contender, while I am the champion. The father of the entire division. Hasn't even fought at lightweight yet. I haven't come here to ask anything. Here, I am the one in charge.
He's incredible.
So, Ilya, this is 5 days ago at this point.
Yeah.
And he's saying, I'm the father of this division. I'm the one that makes the calls.
Pipe down, Charles.
Yeah, it's the Sopranos. I'm the MF that calls the MF in shots.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case, though, because then yesterday we saw... I think we have the quote card for it.
Yeah.
I know it might be going out of order, but then yesterday, I believe we saw Ilya say, all my training is really focused on Islam or Charles because I don't see any other opponents. Neither of them seem to dare to fight me.
Yeah, I believe that was either earlier today or yesterday, but the idea of Ilia Topuria not fighting for the title immediately is starting to become more real in my mind. Like the idea of that, because when he first vacated, I thought surely he's got some kind of agreement here. But the longer this kind of continues to go on, it feels like maybe not. I don't know. Like, I know Islam, June would make sense to come back, right? International Fight Week, you do Islam versus Ilya. It'd be a massive fight. But we're now
March 27th.
4 days away from the the calendar turning over to April.
I think we might be 3 months on the dot away from International Fight Week.
It's getting tight to be able to say like definitively, especially if you're Ilya, who has to move to a new weight class. Now, certainly easier to move up than down potentially, but you have to put on some size. You have to get ready for a guy who's going to be a hell of a tough challenge in Islam Makhachev. I feel like we might be running out of time. Like maybe just based on the timeline, it is not Ilia Topuria. Maybe he needs more time, and later in the calendar year it will happen. But maybe it is a Charles. Maybe he is also opening himself up to that idea. I'm not sure. I imagine the UFC would want to do Ilia versus Islam, but maybe the schedules will just not work.
Yeah. Yesterday on the show, Charles had this to say in terms of the lightweight picture.
One other name I wanted to ask you about, because it seemed like some people thought maybe it would be you and Arman Tsarukyan in a rematch. You fought at UFC 300. Is that a fight that interests you? Would you like to get that one back?
Teve já pessoal mencionando o Arman, que você lutou na UFC 300. Você teria interesse de revisitar essa luta, não?
Não, nesse momento não. Foi como eu te falei. Respeito muito, é grande lutador, mas eu tô em busca de título. Então, não adianta a gente querer fazer uma luta que não seja pelo título.
Right. I understand that, but not at this time. Like I said, I respect him. I respect his style, his fighting. But right now, I'm seeking the title. That's the fight that I want. I want to fight for the title. That's it.
All right. Sounds like Charles has no interest in a rematch with Arman Tsarukyan, despite him losing that fight at UFC 300.
And Arman also saying, "Give me Charles, give me Justin. I'll take them, no problem." Charles basically saying, "Yeah, I'm not interested." Do we also have Charles on Ilia Topuria?
Yeah, I think there was a quote card or something like that.
Maybe not. But either way, Charles seemed potentially interested in the idea of Ilia Topuria. But like this whole thing, the whole thing that is kind of playing out and shaking out here, does have me wondering how this picture is going to play out, because everybody seems to have some kind of stake or feel like they have some kind of claim for it. But ultimately, as we said, only one person is going to get this shot. I imagine that Ilya's in the driver's seat, but I can't stress enough, and I continue to beat this drum. It will depend on the schedule. It will depend on if on that date that they need you to fight against Islam, can you show up and can you make the weight and can you be ready to fight?
All right, so looking at the rankings, Arman is 1, and I know, these really don't mean anything. It all comes down to
well, especially because we know it won't be Arman, which is crazy.
Here you can see on the screen right now, Arman Tsarukyan 1, Charles Oliveira 2, Justin Gaethje 3, Max Holloway 4, Dustin Poirier 5, Dan Hooker 6. I would say the cutoff is Justin Gaethje, and then you throw Ilia into the picture as well because he moved up to lightweight as real contenders to get the next lightweight title shot that have an actual chance. I don't think Max Holloway has a snowball's chance in hell of getting it. I don't think Dustin Poirier does, and I don't think Dan Hooker does. What do you have to say? Dustin Poirier?
Let's just set aside. We think that Dustin and Max are on a collision course, right? And personally, that's the fight I want. But if
that's the fight that I need.
I mean, God. And Dustin's been beating that drum for the Louisiana. If he gets in hometown Max Holloway rematch, I mean, it'll be magical. But I don't think it's out of the question if we saw a world where everybody else like couldn't make it or they booked them against each other and Dustin could slide in there. Dustin gave Islam a tremendous fight, and I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him run it back. I do think the UFC has other plans for Dustin. I think Dustin potentially has other plans. But I don't think if there was a list, and even if Dustin's at the bottom, I do think he's on the list. So I'll put Dustin there. I'm going to make him the last number.
I'm going to go out on a ledge. I'm saying 0% chance.
Yeah.
No chance at all. He's 2-3 in his last 5, coming off of a loss to Islam.
Well, one of them is a really good fight with Islam.
Yeah, I understand that. But I also don't think he wants to run it back. I think he really does just have one last dance in him. He wants to do it in New Orleans, and he wants to do it against a guy like Max Holloway. I also just think that the list is long enough that you will get someone. I think they would go to Arman, despite being very upset with him about UFC 311. I think they would go to Arman before they would go to Dustin Poirier again. And then I think one of them, Justin Gaethje, Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira, would step up before they would need to go to Dustin.
Yeah, it's one of those things where somebody of that list that you outlined is probably going to be willing, even if they're not 100% ready, to just step in there because they know that it's the opportunity that they can't pass up. So you're probably right, but I just
to be totally honest, I don't know the behind the scenes. I don't know within his camp, but I just feel like Ilya or Charles, if they offer them the title shot, they will take it.
No matter what.
Yeah, I think they're just ready to go.
I think that's a dicey proposition for Ilya. You should really be ready for this challenge that's coming. For Charles, it's kind of a no-loss situation, right? You were ready to step in the last time they called your number when somebody fell out, and you were ready to take that opportunity. Charles would probably take it, and he already has that loss to Islam. Nothing to lose, right? You get another opportunity. But for Ilya, I think the stakes are a little bit higher. You want to be ready for that.
All right, so of those top 6, let's take it all the way down to Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
Dan Hooker's out too. Dan Hooker's not the title shot.
No, but
let's say of those 4, Ilya, Charles, Armin, Gaethje, power rank them in terms of likelihood that they're next.
Ilya, Charles,
Same.
Armin, Gaethje.
I think I would flip Armin and Gaethje just because the way the promotion is talking and the way that Armin is talking.
Yeah, but I think you raised a really good point, which is as you get further down that list, you start to stretch the credibility and you start to go, does Justin Gaethje really deserve a title shot?
Yeah.
Or is Armin, the guy who was about to fight for the title, swallow the pride?
Yeah.
Hey, he had a bad one. We're going to give him another opportunity. And they put him in there. I think ultimately they would come to their senses before they get to Gaethje. That's my sense. I think he has the worst case, Justin Gaethje.
All right, so now do them all. Matchmake the top 6 of lightweight.
Islam, Ilya, Charles, Charles, Charles Armin makes so much sense. Why is Charles so resistant to it? Charles Armin.
Yeah.
Gaethje, Hooker, just run that back for now.
And then Poirier versus Holloway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the same thing, but I'm not confident in all that breaking down.
Charles's resistance to the Armin thing is interesting to me, and that's kind of like the linchpin of all of it.
All right, so I wonder if his resistance will subside if he doesn't get the title shot.
That's
if they give Ilya the title shot, will he be more willing to fight Armin for a number 1 contender?
Well, it seems like if that happens, right, that is a no doubt, no brainer number 1 contender fight.
Yeah.
As it was last time, by the way, which then ended up being
Armin won.
Armin's title opportunity.
Because if they go to the table with Charles Oliveira and they're just like, hey, man, Ilya's going to fight for the title at International Fight Week against Islam Makhachev, and we're going to give you a number 1 contender fight against Armin Tsarukyan. And Charles is like, nope, I'm not going to do it. And it's like, well, then we're going to give this to Justin. Justin will fight Armin, and that will be the number 1 contender fight.
Yeah, you'd have to step in if you're Charles. I do wonder if he's trying to manipulate the situation to just be like, I either wait for the title or give me Justin, right? Somebody who he knows that he has a better opportunity against, as opposed to somebody in Armin who beat him and he's like, I could be the number 1 contender regardless. It's going to be fascinating to see who like calls whose bluff, how this ultimately plays out. Really most fascinating to me is almost like beyond the Islam part. That's obviously going to be the most fascinating. If Ilya fights Islam, that's going to be the most interesting. But who is Armin going to fight? That's the most interesting part to me, because it's like, this guy who is the clear number 1 contender who lost the opportunity is like, all right, I'm going to humble myself. I messed this up. Give me anybody who will just keep me one away. I wonder who that will ultimately be.
Yeah, he just wants a fight. Imagine if it is Charles versus Justin and it's Armin versus Dan Hooker.
If it gets him a title, I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares either, and I definitely don't think Dan Hooker cares, because that would potentially get him a title shot.
What if it was Charles versus like Hooker? What if it was like, we're just going to give a fun scrap to Charles, and Armin versus Justin Gaethje is a number 1 contender.
Yeah.
Now, if you're Charles, I don't know if you love that. I don't know if you're signing up for that.
I don't think he does.
Or do you just sit out? I don't know. This is the thing. It seems like no matter how many times we do this permutation, there's kind of one odd man out in each scenario. There's one guy who doesn't really get what they want. Who's going to be the guy that doesn't get what they want?
I think there's going to be more than one that doesn't get what they want.
Well, no. I mean, in all these scenarios we've laid out, everybody kind of gets what they want except one person, right? In the Islam versus Ilya and Charles versus Armin, Gaethje kind of doesn't get what he wants, right? Because now he's in a battle with Hooker, who was the guy he was supposed to fight already. He's no closer to the title opportunity.
Honestly, I think whoever gets the title, the other two of Charles, Gaethje, and Ilya will be salty and not be getting what they want.
Yeah. If they fight each other and then the next opportunities there, only 2 of them can do that, and then there's one.
I feel like we just signed the bout agreement, book out the Smoothie King Center down in New Orleans, and just tie off Holloway and Poirier and put them
get them out of the picture,
and then figure out the rest from there.
I would love nothing more because that's the fight I want.
To be in that war room. To be in that war room would be quite fun. Lightweight is just as stacked as it gets at the top.
The other thing we don't know, and we talked about this early, but it's important to reintroduce into the conversation, is like, who knows who's healthy right now, right? Justin Gaethje just fought, was in a pretty brutal fight with Rafael Fiziev. Maybe he's not going to come back anytime soon, or maybe Armin's still nursing the back. Who knows, like, what,
Yeah, Gaethje isn't a typical, like, he's not
fast
really
turnaround
cranking
guy.
out fights.
Yeah.
Like, he's not getting in there constantly. So, yeah, maybe Justin just, like, sits and waits by. Because sometimes that can be your best play. The sport
100%.
moves so fast. Things happen so quickly. Sometimes that is your best play, to just sit there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who pulls the trigger, who ultimately fights, who Armin fights, for me, is most significant. I think if I had to cap it right now, I think it will be Ilya versus Islam sometime this summer.
Okay. One last question about the lightweight division. Islam, Armin, Charles, Justin, Ilya, Dustin, Max,
Oh, my God.
Dan Hooker. Those 8 guys? Yeah,
Sure.
those 8 guys, do we see all 8 fight before 2025 is out?
Oh, wow. All right. Dustin and Max is going to happen before this year's out. Ilya and Islam, I think, is going to happen before this year's out. Charles, Charles and Armin, I think, will happen this year, especially if they want to keep pace with Ilya and Islam. The wild card is, like, how long does Dan Hooker take? And if he's fighting Justin Gaethje, maybe that happens, like, early next year. Who knows?
I want to say confidently that all 8 of them will fight this year, but I know that I'm wrong.
That somebody's going to have something
will happen to where they don't fight.
I would love it. God.
Then, like, we're saying this is the top 6, but then remember, Patty and Chandler are about to fight, and, like, Patty, if he beats Chandler, he will be vaulted into this conversation of, like, 100%. Well, what's next for Patty? Who does he fight?
I wouldn't be surprised if Michael Chandler enters this conversation if he wins too, all of a sudden. Yeah, by the way, like, I know this debate rages on forever, but it's just like lightweight just crushes every other division. Like, we can just stop.
It's right up there.
You can just stop this bullshit.
It's right up there with 135.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
No, I do agree with you. Lightweight is
it's ridiculous.
Bantamweight also pretty ridiculous.
I'm gonna hopefully, optimistically say I do think all of them fight.
Because, man, there is just, like, a hard line after Michael Chandler. Like, it goes the 6 I just listed, Michael Chandler at 7, and then the hard line is just Gamrot, Dariush, Moicano, Fiziev, Patty, who obviously could ascend into that, BSD, Grant Dawson, Ignacio Bahamondes. Like, the Matej Gamrot, like, we don't know where really, like, any of those guys are at. They're kind of in this sort of limbo right now.
No, 100%.
Just kind of waiting to see where their careers go from here.
They're all really high-level guys, top contenders, even formerly, like, in top 10, right? In Dariush, like, Dariush has now fallen a little bit. But, like, yeah, they're not on the cusp of title opportunities because there's so much action that needs to kind of be settled at the top.
I can't wait to see it play out. I mean, this is one of the best parts about being a fight fan, is just playing matchmaker and just kind of, like, coming up with theories of how it's going to play out. And I love when the fighters fuel the drama by shit-talking each other about matchmaking.
What's so fun about it, though, is they're also like, nah, I don't want to fight that guy. And then, 2 months later, we're going to be sitting here and they sign the bout agreement to fight that guy. So we agree, though, we think it's going to be Ilya Topuria next.
I just still can't shake the idea of him vacating at 145, making the commitment to move up to 155, and then fighting in a contendership fight. Though a fight against Charles Oliveira is not bad.
That's not a bad consolation prize. If you're Ilya Topuria, you get your feet wet in a division that you don't have to jump right into the pound-for-pound #1 guy in the entire world, and you get it in the guy who's going to a name that if you have on your resume means something.
And good grief, where would you even place that? obviously a pay-per-view card. If it's not for a title though, does it headline?
bro.
Like,
Send Charles to Spain and put Ilya there. It'll come off like $1 million. You could sell that easy.
pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, what crazy hell?
I was gonna say, like, you're gonna do a Spain card with Ilya Taporia and Charles Oliveira on it. Like,
Hell
you have
yes.
to be for pay-per-view. Man.
Now you could do that anywhere. You do that Vegas. You do that MSG. End
You
of
say
year.
headline. You say headline.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Charles versus Ilya. That's pay per view.
I mean, we did have Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal, not for a title headline. of a
these
fight.
guys are
UFC 272.
Ilya Taporia, and he's been very vocal about saying this. I agree with it. He is recognized as a champion without the belt. He does not need the belt any longer because of the resume that he's put in, because of those last two fights, those last two performances against the best featherweights on the planet. He has now put himself into a status, honestly, kind of like Charles, where like he's called champ. People will view him as a champion regardless of whether he carries a title or not. So that is a champ. Those are two guys of championship caliber that I think could headline a pay-per-view. The same way I think of like Dustin and Max, right? Like they're probably a lower level than when I'm talking about Charles and Ilya. But Max and Dustin could headline a pay-per-view. They are such recognizable names. They have such the fans have such an affinity for them. You can easily do that. I think Ilya and Charles, no doubt, have that kind of like combined power.
We should move on, but like Dustin Max, do you think they put the BMF belt on the line and make it a pay-per-view?
Let the thing die. Just let it die. Oh, actually, is that the perfect way to do it? You put it on the line. You hope that Dustin wins. He retires with it, and then we never see it again, and then it fucking disappears forever. So we never have to hear this dumb shit ever again.
Well, I just like keep theorizing that that's going to be a fight night in New Orleans, but like they could do the BMF belt on it. We saw it. We saw it at 291.
What does the BMF belt mean? At like
the baddest motherfucker.
I know, yeah, fair, touche. But like, why? Why do we
Got him?
Why do we?
Listen, there's something in the air when silver's on the line, baby. Come on. All right, can't wait to see how that all plays out. It's going to be fascinating stuff at 155. Always a fascinating division. It feels like the pound. Like I wonder if you went back historically, how often the pound for pound number one came from 155.
That's a great one. I mean, Habib only got it at the very, very end of his career.
Yeah.
Like John had been on top of that forever, and Habib only really got it at the very end.
How like did BJ have a long reign at number one?
No, not really, because there was guys like Anderson Silva and GSP who were kind of always floating around there. Probably, you know what's crazy? Probably not very long at all.
Yeah.
Even though division, and you know what? That probably tracks what we're saying, because there's so many good guys in that division. You can't really go on a run. You really can't hold it unless you do what Habib did, which is like you get a few in, you finally get it at the end. I think Islam has a real chance. If he stays on this trajectory and kind of stays at lightweight, he could rack this up forever, and he'll be pound for pound forever.
Yeah, it feels like 3 more wins or something. You know, like you're talking absolutely insane resume.
Yeah, ridiculous. One of the best resumes of all time.
All right, let's go to this weekend. UFC Mexico City. Brandon Moreno headlining against Steve Erceg. I actually saw a couple people being like, I'm surprised that this is the headliner for this, but I mean I think this makes perfect sense. I mean, Brandon Moreno is your biggest Mexican star. He's still in title contention. I think this is a great fight as well. Like the crowd is obviously going to be going crazy for him. You know, you get Brandon Moreno in the custom Mexico themed shorts. It doesn't get any better than that. And I actually think there's a ton on the line for both of these guys. I mean, Brandon Moreno, if he were to lose, he would be 1-3 in his last 4 and be 0-3 against the current champion. Obviously, one of those taking place on Tough, but he did get finished in that one. It feels like you'll be miles from the title shot at that point, because your argument is null, being 0-3 against Pantoja and then also being 1-3 in your last 4. And then Erceg, if he loses, that's 3 straight for him. And I know that it's against top tier guys, Kai Kara France, Alexandre Pantoja, and Brandon Moreno. But the issue at that point is you have a loss to the champion. You have a loss to who's probably going to be the next challenger for the belt in Kai Kara France, and you got knocked out by him. And then on top of that, he won't have any ranked wins. Like he kind of made this huge jump, like circumstantially into the title, lost that, knocked out by Kai Kara. And if it doesn't go well for him this weekend, it's just like, man, where are we at? I mean, he's only number 8 right now, and like you'd have to think he'd slip some more. So it feels like both dudes with a win, whoever wins this fight is going to be right there on a short list of guys that can get another shot at Alexandre Pantoja. Feels like whoever loses is going to be pretty far away from that.
Could not agree more. It feels like so much more of the stakes are less so about the win and more so about you cannot lose this fight.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned it with Erceg. It would be 3 losses in a row. And it's almost like he was a victim of his own success in the sense that you jump into that Pantoja fight and you do so well in it and you shock people by doing that. It's like, no, he's fought nobody. He gets into the opportunity, and against the champion, you look as good as possibly ever you've looked. To
Doesn't go for that takedown in round 5. He's probably
might win.
the champ.
He
might
probably
be
wins
the
that
champion.
fight against the guy that we all say he's cleared out the division 6 times. He has no competition. And so he's almost like a victim of his own success, because now you follow that up. You lose to Kai Kara France. You lose this one, and people will immediately go, well, it was just a style matchup, and he had that one night against Pantoja, but he's really not up in this division. I don't think that's accurate. I think you can see in the technique, you can see in the skills that like he belongs here, especially because of how physically gifted he is in this division, like how his size plays into all these fights. But it is a very important fight. You cannot afford to lose momentum like that in a division where, as we've said, the champion just continues to kind of lap people and is looking for opportunities. They'll throw anybody in there. I mean, we just last week on the show, Ariel broke the news that Kyoji Horiguchi is coming back to the flyweight division. It seems like he's going to have one more potentially in Azerbaijan. If he wins that, I would not be shocked if he's the next title challenger after Kai Kara France. So, like, you start to fall out of the picture. And the same applies for Brandon Moreno. As you said, already 3 losses to Pantoja. And he's kind of just like, the last couple of performances, save for the win, were not great. Like, he just kind of looked listless. He needed to take some time off, came back. That last performance, though, God, that was a hell of a performance. Like, that made me go, this guy on his best night can still compete with Pantoja, no problem. Like, I think he's capable of beating Pantoja in the right circumstance, because that last performance like proved what caliber Brandon Moreno still is in this division. But a loss here, you're looking at a skid that like really does not put you anywhere close to a title anymore. I'd almost change divisions if I was Brandon and lost.
Wow. You say go up to 135.
What your path back there is so fraught with It's just impossible. It just feels impossible. Go to 35, get a new coat of paint, see if there's an opportunity there. But with that bad a record against the current champion and this type of record in recent history, it feels like you need to switch something up, and that might be the division.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably be the worst run we've seen Brandon Moreno go on since he became the champion. Like, we haven't seen this. It felt like he was untouchable at one point at 125. The wars he put on with Figueiredo was just unbelievable stuff. And now, obviously, him being, if he loses 1-3 in his last 4, yeah, I mean, he's still young. He's 31 years old. He does have 32 professional fights under his belt. Yeah, I mean, I'd be shocked to see him go to 135, but I mean, I guess if you need to switch things up, you need to switch things up.
I mean, we just saw Figgy go to 35 and have success, right? We're about to see him in a fight against Corey Sandhagen. I think you can replicate that. Now,
do you think at Figgy's age and the difficulty he had with the cut had more to do with the getting stopped?
Certainly, and Figgy's bigger than Moreno. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not predicting that like Moreno's going to go up to 35 and be like the champion and be.
You're saying there's a potential option if he does lose this fight.
It's just an option.
Something to think about.
It seems like the door is closing at flyweight, right? And look, maybe you're Brandon Moreno and you're the type of guy like a Max Holloway, right? Max is never going to get a title shot again. Fast forward, Max got a title shot again. Everybody who was saying that was an idiot. Maybe he just stays around and he's happy to knock off contenders. Maybe he's happy to continue to fight like the Steve Ercegs of the division and be like, okay, or the Kai Kara France, and say like, okay, can this guy be the guy? And continue to do that. If he is, I think that's a great path, and I think Brandon Moreno is a fantastic fighter and should be able to have that option. I do wonder though if that's his motivation. If his motivation is to be a champion again, the options at 25 start to really run out if you lose this fight.
I guess another point that you do make is that if he were to win this fight, he likely won't go up in the rankings or anything. It's going to be Kai Kara France or maybe like a Manel Kopp or someone like that next.
And is it Horiguchi after that too?
Yeah, and it could be. And honestly, he's behind Royval. He has a loss to Royval on his record, and Royval is going to make a claim for a title. Flyweight is just like, I mean, we talk about 155 is just like stacked with like who could possibly get this title shot. 125 is sort of like in the opposite way. Like, it's great fighters, but it's just like, well, they already lost to Pantoja 3 times. Royval's lost to him twice. It's just like, who do you possibly give to Pantoja next? So, yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. It would still surprise me, but I do see what you're saying.
Even worse than all the losses to the champion, now even the contenders are starting to fight each other 100 times, right? How many times can we do Royval versus Moreno, right? Now you start to run into a thing where because the champion's so dominant, now you guys are fighting so many times and you're trading wins and losses and doing whatever. It becomes a real glut and it makes it really hard to kind of like ascend. What will ultimately happen is they'll start looking outside like they did in Pantoja's last title defense, and like they're probably about to do if he gets past Kai Kara France, they'll probably look to Horiguchi. And so now you're looking at another person coming from the outside.
Can we put those flyweight rankings back up as well? It's just like, if you just look at the way they run down, it's like Royval's lost to Pantoja twice. Brandon Moreno's lost 3 times. Amir Albazi got the brakes beat off him by Brandon Moreno. Kai Kara France, like, I guess he's the next just to get a shot at Pantoja, though he does have a loss to Brandon Moreno. Tatsuro Taira is coming off of a loss to Brandon Royval, who's sitting at number 1. Manel Kopp, like, maybe.
Manel Kopp was the chosen one, and he just blew it.
Like,
he was the one.
Alex Perez, like, I'm not certain why he's sitting at number 7. Like, I just feel like he's miles away from the title shot. Steve Erceg already got it, and then Almabayev feels like he's got a ways to go before he gets a title shot as well.
It's not happening anytime soon. You would imagine that if I believe that the fight, correct me if I'm wrong, the fight that Ariel said that they might be targeting was Ulanbekov versus Horiguchi, right?
Yeah.
And so if he wins that fight, you imagine he's jumping right into the top of those rankings if he wins that. Horiguchi would be 2, 3, somewhere in that range, and then it'd make a lot of sense. Now, what would also be great is now he's another name that these guys can start fighting. And so, as I said, they don't keep fighting amongst each other and just knocking each other off, and then the next guy, and then the next guy, to the point that it doesn't feel like anybody deserves the title shot. We need some fresh blood. We need some people to move from like the bottom of the rankings toward the top. We've seen this at welterweight, where now all of a sudden it's like Ian Gary's coming up, JDM's coming up, Shavkat's coming up. It really like cleaned out that top of the glut at the top of welterweight. We need something similar to be happening in this division, because the top is all full of like really, really, really good, talented flyweights, but they have all these issues in terms of why they might not make sense as the next title challenger.
Get Horiguchi a fight. I like the top 10 fight against the Ulanbekov. Give Kaya Sakura another fight. I know he had a tough outing against Pantoja. Most people do. Get him another fight. Get Josh Van a big
Josh
fight.
Van at?
How about Josh Van, Tatsuro Taira?
Oh, let's go.
Let's just like, either it's a bounce back for Tatsuro or it's a top 5 time for Josh Van.
The takedown shout out to Taira. The takedown defense looks sturdy. Let's see if it can hold up against Tatsuro Taira. I'd like to see.
If it holds up, Tatsuro Taira might be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the Josh Van is going to be a problem for anybody who really can't take him down, because the hands are crispy.
He's crisp.
The hands are crispy. And so if you can't stifle him, if you can't push him up against the fence or take him down, you're probably in a world of trouble. Now, when you start getting into the striking battles with like the Brandon Morenos and Royvals of the world, now it's like, okay, let's see how good your hands are against the top of the division. I want to see Josh Van versus those guys. But as you're saying, like, let's just start pushing some of these guys up against the ranked guys at the top, and then we'll get some new blood and we'll really see how this plays out. But right now, it's just a really tough spot. The winner of this is going to be in a good position, but I don't know how many away they are. Is it 2? Is it 3?
Right, they're going to be in a good position to remain in the conversation.
Yes,
but when they get a title shot, I don't know.
We have no idea.
Stand by until Pantoja loses the strap.
If Pantoja loses the strap.
He just racks up 15 title defenses.
Could be.
I mean, you just kind of stand by and wait. I mean, maybe like an Erceg or a Moreno versus a Tatsuro Taira after this, or a Kaya Sakura versus one of these guys afterward. It's just like, it's a tough time to be in 125 with Pantoja reigning for as long as he's going to.
Yeah, it's going to feel a little bit goofy at first because, like, as we said, Taira's coming off a loss. And so you wouldn't immediately think, like, push him upward. But I don't think they really have a choice at flyweight. They need people to enter this conversation in a way that they haven't before. And so they kind of just have to push.
All right, to the fight itself.
Yes.
How do you feel like this one plays out? Brandon Moreno, a sizable favorite, minus 240 against Erceg as the dog. Do you think Erceg goes 3 straight losses, or do you think Brandon Moreno goes 1-3 in his last 4?
Maybe I'm a victim of, like, recent events. The beatdown that he put on Amir Albazi, that Moreno put on Amir Albazi, I can't shake. Like, that looked
generational
like
beatdown.
One of the best versions of Brandon Moreno I've seen against a guy who, like, you think, like, maybe he's got a style that could really give Brandon Moreno some trouble. He beat the living shit out of that guy, and to the point that he said, like, I believe he said to Ariel, like, he felt bad at a certain point, and it was like, I don't want to keep beating this guy up. And I think even his coach said the same, Saif Sayud. If that version of Brandon Moreno shows up to any fight, I'm probably taking him, even against Pantoja, who I love dearly. Like, that version of Brandon Moreno is a scary dude for anybody at flyweight. And so I have to believe that we're going to see that version again. I have to believe that taking the time off, resetting a little bit, coming back and looking like that's the version we're going to get. And so I would say Moreno, but I think Erceg is being like overlooked in the sense that I think the conversation around like, was that a fluke in the Pantoja fight is already kind of starting, and I'm not ready to have that conversation yet. I think Erceg is as good as he looked in that fight, and on the way up, I think he got caught by Kai Kara France, which is no shame, and many have before. I think he's going to give a good account of himself, but I do think Moreno is going to be better.
Speaking of the Albazi fight, just looking at the numbers are insane.
Yeah,
round 2, 3, and 5. Round 2, he outstrikes him 29-6.
Yep.
Round 3, he outstrikes him 31-12. Round 5, he outstrikes him 32-9.
Yeah.
Just like absolute beatdowns throughout those rounds. I tend to agree with you. I do think that Steve Erceg, it almost felt like he got like a bit overrated going into the Kai Kara France fight. It was one of those ones against Pantoja. The stock went up so much, even in a loss. It was just like, man, is he really ready for this? He was ready for it. He hung tough. He gave Pantoja one of his toughest tests to date. And then, yeah, I think he maybe got a little bit overrated and he ended up getting caught by Kai Kara France. Like, he's one of the hardest hitters at 125. You know, it happens.
It happens, yeah.
He was like a minus 230 going into that fight, and now he's getting the flip side of that. Brandon Moreno's like a minus 240 in this fight. I think it's more closer to even. I think Steve Erceg is going to have a good account of himself. I think it's going to be a close fight. I don't see him getting knocked out. I think it's really going to come down to, like, we saw Pantoja have success on the ground. He landed like 9 takedowns in that fight, and then obviously Erceg, the mishap in round 5, and Pantoja is able to capitalize on it. I'm wondering if Brandon Moreno works in the ground game here, but I also think Brandon Moreno can have success in the striking. I think it's just going to be one of those fights where both these dudes are just dogging it out, and it just ends up being very close. I don't really feel very strongly in a way in terms of a winner.
I agree with you completely. Like, it feels like one of those fights where maybe Brandon Moreno mixes in the takedowns, but ultimately they probably get back to the feet, and it's just one of those like tough dog fights.
It's also like one of those just like perfect examples of what have you done for me lately. If this was Brandon Moreno coming off the Royval loss, and it was Erceg coming off the Pantoja loss, who knows where they line this fight at? It's probably Erceg, like minus 150 or something.
Yeah.
But because of the blast performance against Amir Albazi and because of the performance against Kai Kara France, now it's just like Brandon Moreno's gonna beat the hell out of this dude. I think it's much closer to even. I think this is gonna be a really close fight.
Yeah, you said you felt like the stock price went too high after the Pantoja fight potentially. I agree with that, but I also feel like maybe the stock price has gone too low after the Kai Kara France performance.
I think it's just somewhere closer in the middle.
Yeah.
I think both these dudes' stock is somewhere closer in the middle right now, and I think it's going to lead to a great fight on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think Moreno wins on the feet, ultimately. I don't think he needs to mix in the takedowns. I think he probably wins on the feet regardless. But if he is able to like mix in the grappling, and he's pretty good at kind of like switching those things when he needs to, I think it'll really shift in his favor quite a bit. But on the feet, they're going to trade, and it's going to be pretty great.
I mean, also just how about Steve Erceg, the man who comes into your block and tries to take you down? Yeah, Pantoja, anytime. UFC 301 in Brazil. Kai Kara France, 305 in Australia. Now we're doing a fight night. We'll main event it over in Mexico against y'all star in Brandon Moreno. Steve Erceg, like the most docile dude. I was watching a clip of him yesterday at Media Day, and he's just like, yeah, honestly, like I was shocked they gave me another main event. Couldn't believe it. So like, yeah, I jumped at the opportunity to sign it. Like I was like, I didn't expect another main event. He's arm barring his mom to get $100K. Yeah. Like he's just
a chill dude.
He's just a chill guy, man. He's just a chill guy. He's, On Air Jordan looks just like him. It feels like Stevie E's just been walking around the office.
Cut to the back. There he is.
Hey, he is. Steve, what's up, man?
There he is.
Steve Erceg also just looks like a Steve.
Well, now are you bringing in your knowledge of Steve Carell in The Office when you say that? Are you like preconditioned to feel that way?
Steve from Blue's Clues.
Steve from Blue's Clues.
Kind of looks like him as well.
Not these days. I believe he's he's in the Bald Beard Brotherhood.
Steve from Blue's Clues is?
Sure,
no shit.
Look that up. But I agree with you completely. I just feel like there's.
Oh yeah, better days for old Steve from Blue's Clues.
Oh, I didn't know he was.
He almost looks like a bald Matt Lauer.
Shout out to Matt Lauer.
I guess.
No shout out.
No shout out to Matt Lauer.
No.
Thank you. But wow, how did we get here? Steve Erceg, I agree with you. I feel like he's being like underrepresented here, but at the same time, he's like. Correct me if you disagree. This is a step up, right? You lose to Kai Kara France. This is, in my opinion, the second or third at worst best guy in the division, as opposed to if you lose to Kai Kara France and you get a reset.
Yeah.
He's actually going up in competition in my mind.
I think maybe that's why he was surprised by it. It's just like, damn, I got knocked down twice and knocked out in the first round against this dude. And now you guys are going to give me Brandon Moreno and you're going to give me a main event for it?
Unless you disagree, I currently would say the top 3 guys in this division are Pantoja number 1. I don't think that's up for debate. And then you could flip-flop, but I think it's some combination of Royval and Moreno, right? Like those feel like the top 3 guys. Now, I would say once Horiguchi is in this division, if that comes to fruition, Ariel is saying that they were close to making that happen. If Horiguchi enters that conversation, I think he immediately becomes one of the top 2 or 3 guys.
Oh, for sure.
But now,
I really do. I think they're trying hard to push the Japanese market.
They should.
Like, they really want to get a champion there. Obviously, they have such a deep love for MMA, such a deep respect for the game. Getting a UFC champion there would be massive for the UFC.
Yeah. And they've got a lot of flyweight seems to be where they're kind of loading that deck. They've got a lot of opportunities there in flyweight. But yeah, I think Horiguchi would immediately enter that conversation. So you're looking at like you lose to Kai Kara France and you actually kind of moved up in a weird way. But I do think Erceg will have a good account of himself. But I ultimately do feel like on the feet, I've got the edge to Moreno. And if he finds a way to like mix in the grappling, if he's really just keeping him honest with the takedowns, then I think it even sways more in his favor. So I lean Moreno, but I'm still high on Erceg. I am not ready to just be like, it was a fluke.
You know what? Just to play devil's advocate to you, I'm going to lean Erceg just because I think it's going to be a really close fight. I think it's going to be a good one.
At dog odds, you might
I don't know if I'm going to bet it. I don't know if I feel that strongly, but I am. I'm going to lean Erceg. The last thing I have to say on this.
Let me ask you though.
Yeah,
how? Like what is he doing? Is he just like keeping
kind of like the Pantoja fight? Like he just like dogs it out. Just dog fighting. Like he's just landing big shots. He's just hanging in there. He's getting up off the takedowns. He's trying to mix in takedowns himself. Hopefully, it doesn't make the critical error in round 5 again. Just Steve Erceg just dogging it out.
Devil's advocate. I don't think there's a better fighter on the planet in a dog fight than Brandon Moreno.
I was going to say, like, the guy that but also Pantoja. Pantoja is incredibly hard to
those are the two.
Dog.
Yeah.
And maybe Steve Erceg just hops into that upper echelon of dogging.
Well,
He's just top
flyweight
dog.
Flyweight
dogs. God, now there's a list. I mean, Pantoja, Royval, Brandon Moreno, Steve Erceg. Is the secret to flyweight success just being a fucking dog?
Being a dog.
Dude's a dog. Like, I feel like that's just what you say about the elite at the flyweight division.
It's a fun division, and I feel like
it's a fun division. And I really want it to get like more life in it.
It won't. It just won't. People for some reason are reluctant to like get excited about the flyweights. I think truth be told, even when they have these like incredible knockouts, it's not the same thing as a guy who's like a heavyweight or a light heavyweight uncorking a punch that looks like it's coming from 6 feet away and decapitating somebody. It just doesn't. It doesn't have that same visceral feeling. It doesn't have that impact.
It also doesn't happen as often,
and it doesn't happen as often naturally just because of the size difference and the power that they carry. But like fight for fight,
they're incredible.
The best fights are happening at flyweight. They're incredible. It's one of the best divisions that the UFC's got.
There was also a great run. Shout out to Jed Meshew, flyweight unders for a brief period of history, man. It was a cash cow. Real ones know. Those were some good times. The only thing I will say about this fight that I hate, that I despise,
Tell me.
it disgusts me to my core.
What?
the poster for this fight night. What are we doing here? We are fighting in Mexico City, and we went with purple and pink for the poster? Like, this is what we get? Face, purple, pink, names out, done. Like, how do we not make a cooler poster than this?
Oh, that's so funny.
This is a crying shame.
I'll say this. Can I say this? Poster-wise, if this was just any poster, it's
Pretty
actually
cool,
not
yeah,
horrible.
I kind of like the throwing of the purple and the pink, but not when you're fighting in Mexico
But for
City.
Mexico City, it's not great.
You can make this so cool. Like going from the artist series at the Sphere show, like this like Mexican art with just like so much character and personality to just face, name, purple, pink, print it.
If this was Apex 109, it'd be like, oh, all right, they're doing okay. But for Mexico City, I agree with you.
This actually is. I think this actually is the poster for UFC Apex 106.
They're just going to swap them.
Yeah, they're just going to put Barber and Blanchfield and just change the names on it. It's just going to be like, there it is. Get them while they're hot.
Shout out to the graphics department.
That'll be what was it? UFC Atlantic City that we were at last year. I was like, could I buy a poster, please? They're just like, yep, that'll be $255. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we're only doing signed posters. I'm like, I don't want a signed poster. I don't need the Blanchfield Fiero signed edition.
And to be honest, I don't even want the fucking poster. I'm just getting it as a memento, but like this poster sucks.
It's a bit. Yeah, I was actually digging through my closet the other day and I found my UFC Atlantic City shirt. I'm like, glad I spent $40 on this. I wore it once. Glad I spent $40. But I'll tell you what's going to go.
The merch in Des Moines, though.
I was telling you. The UFC Des Moines shirt's going to go hard.
Yes.
Because if you've ever been to a UFC event, like especially a fight night, like UFC pay-per-views, which I've never been to, still dying to go to one, it's always like UFC 3-0 whatever, 2-0 whatever. When you go to the fight nights, it says the city that you're in. Like I have a UFC Long Island and I have a UFC Atlantic City, and we're going to add a UFC Des Moines to the roster. $40, I'll wear it once, but that's more than worth it.
I know. I almost feel like people might not believe that we're going to Des Moines because of how much we do. Like, we gotta go. We gotta go. And then they'll go. We are 100% actually going to Des Moines.
We fuck around with like, UFC Azerbaijan. Like, Glory 100. We're going to Rotterdam. UFC London. That one I actually did want to go to. That one just didn't work out. It actually worked out that it didn't work out because it really wasn't that great of a card. UFC Des Moines.
We're there.
Flights are booked.
Yeah, we're there.
Hotels are booked. We're in there like swimwear. We are there.
I came in late, but I think somebody asked you yesterday. Did they ask you about like merch for Des Moines?
Yeah, they were just like, if you wear Iowa State Cyclones merch, beer's on me. I already have an Iowa State hat.
Oh shit, am I in trouble then?
No. We need all representation.
Okay.
We need camera guy Nick to get a Drake shirt. That's another Des Moines
university.
School. Maybe a Slipknot hoodie, something like that thrown in there. But yeah, can't wait for Des Moines. Can't wait for the
Frankie can wear the Slipknot. Frankie, you're coming, right?
I am not going to Des Moines.
Boo!
Yeah. That's news.
Boo.
Breaking news?
I've only said it like 8 or
Boo.
No, I mean, I thought maybe like last minute you'd be like, guys, I'm just playing. I'm coming.
We'll bring you back some corn, man.
I'm not going, and then no one expects, they're like,
and then you show up.
You meet us at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
The best thing is, nobody will know if he is actually there. We can just be like, he was there. They'll be like, oh, sure.
Yeah, this is Frank.
This is Frank over here.
It's just some random guy in the beer line. Like, what the fuck? It's going to be great, though. All right, let's roll on to the co-main event of UFC Mexico City.
One more doppelganger for Steve Erceg.
Okay.
Who do we got?
Yeah, he does look like him. I mean, he could have just been a fill-in for several characters on the office.
BJ Novak, by the way, for our audio listeners. I see it for sure. Especially, you know what it is here? It's the head tilt. The head tilt here is like the
hair. The hair is also
100%
just like
there.
Bar for bar, word for word.
The chin, the jawline is
the
for
nose.
Sure.
Yeah.
Basically everything as we're kind of outlining.
Lips are a little off.
In the same room.
Yeah, people have mentioned that this week. They have never seen BJ Novak and Steve Erceg in the same room.
So now it's shifted. It's like fully BJ Novak because it used to be the Steve Carell thing.
No, I haven't seen anyone.
Oh, okay.
Never seen On Air Jordan and Steve Erceg in the same room. I noticed you had a suitcase under the desk.
I was missing during that interview.
That's true.
Noticeably.
Good thing we said nice things about Steve, you know?
Yeah, shout out to Stevie E, baby. All right, let's roll on to the co-main event. Manuel Torres taking on Drew Dober. This is the one. Dial up the friends. Hey, man, I want to watch a fight tonight. Like, this is the one. Manuel Torres, 18 professional fights. 17 of which have ended in the very first round, and now you're giving him a counterpart in Drew Dober, tied for the most knockouts in lightweight history with one Dustin Poirier. Not bad.
Pretty good list.
Not bad company to be shared there. 9 of his last 11 has not gone the distance. He is down to scrap. It's just like this is one of those fights where it's like, I will be shocked if this is not a banger. Could it go the distance? Yes. But it will be a war if it makes it the full 15 minutes. The pace that Manuel Torres puts on and the willingness to dance of Drew Dober, I just don't see how this ends up not being a banger.
Yeah, I love that. My question to you is,
I've got a couple questions.
Okay. Torres is going to put on the pace.
Put it right on.
Dober is going to be able to handle that and respond with it, but is Dober going to be able to execute what he needs to do?
Yeah. See, I don't know the answer to that. Like, it's kind of like you don't know what you're going to do until you get hit in the face. Like, you don't know what you're going to do until you get hit with Manuel Torres' pressure and pace.
Yeah.
My questions are, is Drew Dober's chin gone? The legendary
chin. Yeah.
It's finally been cracked. He's been finished, won by sub, I believe, or no, by a cut in 2 of his last 3 losses. Is that still there? Because we've seen him eat some of the cleanest, craziest punches I've ever seen. I want to say it was like the Bobby Green one. He was getting outstruck what felt like 100-20.
Yep.
And then he just uncorked one and just starched Bobby Green. Like, it was insane. It was almost just like he just has to eat 10 to get his one blow. So like, I do wonder about the chin, and the chin's going to get tested by Manuel Torres. I feel confident about that. And then 2, Manuel Torres, he puts on a ton of pressure. He puts on a ton of pace. They're fighting at 7,500 feet. Can he sustain that?
Yeah, it's a great question. And especially for a guy who's used to having short fights, can you sustain that at the 7-minute mark?
Right.
If you're out of gas at the 7-minute mark, Drew Dober trains at elevation, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in real trouble. But I do wonder if Drew can, like, to your point, Drew's a guy who has taken 10 to give 1. That 1's usually pretty good, but he's taken 10. How many times can you do that? That is really my question, is like, and even if he is able to withstand that early storm, like, Drew Dober is not, like, even though Drew Dober is an explosive guy and a finisher, he's not a sprinter. He's not like a hit you in the first second and it's over type guy in the way that you're describing Torres. And so I'm wondering if this is in that like 3 to 5 minute range, right? Like, we've got past the first 2 minutes, but now we're kind of like into the gritty part of the first round. What is that going to look like? Once it goes past that, I am confident that like Dober with his veteran savvy and training at elevation, he'll probably have an advantage the longer that kind of goes beyond that. But that like second half of the first round, if it goes that deep, I'm curious of how that kind of plays out.
Yeah, and honestly, Manuel Torres, like, he lost to Ignacio Bahamondes, but now that's
ages well.
Starting to age well. Yeah, I mean, that's what it all comes down to. It's tough to have a confident read in this one just because of the insanity and the chaos factor of it all. Like, I just feel like someone's going to get clipped in this one, or it's going to be a fight of the year. Like, it's a contender for that. It just feels like it's going to deliver. And then plus, man, you add in like Manuel Torres representing Mexico in front of the Mexican crowd in the co-main event and what's going to be a banger. Like, it just feels like the peaks are going to be so high in this one.
If they do get into a slugfest, could you still, like, is somebody going to fall for sure, or do you feel like it could go to decision, even if they're standing in the middle of trading?
If they are standing and trading and slugging it out, I think
somebody's going to go.
I think someone's going out. We're in the old gloves. We're at elevation. Two guys who, like, I mean, Manuel Torres, like, 17 of 18 have ended in the first round. Like, he does have 3 losses, and like 9 of his wins are by submission as well. So like, he does, like, out of the 15 or so wins, it's only like 7 by knockout, but like, he still knocks people out. And Drew Dober obviously knocks people out.
No, but it's kind of the same for Dober, right? Like, Dober's got wins that are not just like standing and one punch KOing people. Like, and so I do wonder if it could kind of go longer, but it's like, we've been talking about this for these Apex and other fight nights as well. They've kind of like, it used to be co-main event, used to be like chief support. It used to be like boxing, where it was like, here are these high-level fighters that we're going to give you as a tease, as an appetizer to the main event, which is also some high-level action. What it has shifted to is slugfest. We're going to give you guys that we guarantee are going to go in there and knock each other out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. And it's like, there's something on this card, and especially in these top 3 fights, that like my mind's getting warped by the ages of these guys. It's like, you see Brandon Moreno's still only 31. You're like, damn, I thought he was older than that. Drew Dober is 36, and this is going to be the 25th time he's made the UFC walk, and you're like, damn, I thought he was younger than that. And then in the next
face, both of those guys.
Yeah, and then in the next fight we're going to talk about, Kelvin Gastelum, actually melts my mind that he's only 33. It doesn't make any sense.
What was the one last week? We were looking at the ages of two people, and we were like, "Holy shit!" Oh, it was
Carlos Solberg being 34.
No. It was somebody else. It was it was the main event. It was Leon's only 33, and we're like young up and comer Sean Brady, 32 years old.
Yes,
the ages of all these guys is kind of bizarre because as we've kind of it used to be like your age was kind of similar to your experience. There used to be a much more linear path in the UFC.
Kind of like a traditional sport.
That's it. It used to be much closer to traditional sports, basketball, football, whatever it was, where it was you have these years where you're outside the UFC, you get to a certain age, a certain experience level, now you're in the UFC, then you're a veteran of the UFC, now you're a champion in the UFC. Now it's there are people coming in at 20. We've got Raul Rosas, who's a kid, who's a child. And then you have people who are coming in and they're later in their careers. They're starting at 31. Alex Pereira gets to the UFC at 31, 32. I don't even remember. Maybe even
Alex
older
Pereira
than that.
at the UFC?
Well, when did he, what age was he?
He was 35, 34, 35.
Okay, so there you go. So you have it's about how many fights do you have in the UFC? What's your UFC experience? That's probably a better barometer because you look at these ages and you're like, yes, holy shit, this guy's got 2 UFC fights and he's 34.
I'm just looking at it.
And Kelvin as the opposite is holy shit, he's got 100 UFC fights and he's only 33.
Yeah. I mean, Drew Dober was fighting on UFC 188. He has been around, dude.
Yeah.
And honestly, if we had to make a pick for the fight, I think it's tough to call, and I think it's a
co-main we're talking.
Yeah. And I think it's a bit of a coin toss because of the chaos factor of it. But I actually do think the experience of Drew Dober is going to play out here.
I think so too, but I have questions about Drew Dober at this point.
For sure. I mean, he's lost 3 of his last
wars.
4. It is so many wars. Even his last fight against John Silva was the fight of the night. But he has fought Hanato Moicano, Matt Frivola, King Green, Terrence McKinney, who's a somewhat similar style to Manuel Torres with the chaos. Islam Makhachev.
Even when you win, these are not easy nights at the office. That's
Hell
the thing.
no. Beneil Dariush, Alexander Hernandez, Nasrat. He's been in the UFC a long. Olivier Aubin Mercier.
Yeah.
Aubin Mercier
had 2 careers at PFL already.
Yeah, has fought a few more fights, left for PFL, won a couple $1 million checks, retired. We haven't seen him fight in a year and a half, and Drew Dober is still kicking. He has been around for a minute. He has insane experience. I think that's going to pay off. So I'm going to go Drew Dober for the pick.
Agree.
I think it's going to be a great fight. That is one that you circle on your fight card. Let's go to the featured bout of the evening. Kelvin Gastelum taking on Joe Pyfer, and like we just said, Kelvin Gastelum. Only 33 years old. Gonna be smaller than Pyfer here, but that's sort of the way Kelvin Gastelum has fought his entire career at 185. He's just gonna be shorter than dude.
I had to check Joe Pyfer's age because I was
I did too before the show. I was just is there any chance Joe Pyfer's older than Kelvin Gastelum?
I was just thinking, I was like, holy shit, is Joe Pyfer 33? I had to check it. Thankfully he's 28.
Yeah.
He is really one of the younger prospects, but Kelvin has been around for my entire fandom. He was on one of the early Kelvin has been and like you said about Dober, there's not a guy in the division that Kelvin hasn't faced. He's fought everybody in his division. And so I wonder how much that experience is going to play versus just that raw brute strength and power of Joe Pyfer and just the hungriness, the youth that's on his side. I don't have a super technical breakdown of this. I ultimately just think younger Joe Pyfer is going to find a spot where he's going to put Kelvin Gastelum on the wrong end of a punch.
Okay, so I actually agree with that. I think the things that are playing against Joe Pyfer, though, is the fact that Kelvin Gastelum has a blockhead. He's never been knocked out. He's as tough as they come.
Izzy killed him.
Yeah,
and
right.
He survived.
Yeah, exactly. And he made it to the end of the fight. I think that plays against Joe Pyfer, and I also think this elevation plays against him. If you go back and watch the Hermanson fight, he was cruising, and then he just fell off a cliff. And Jack Hermanson just started giving him a vet lesson from 3, 4, and 5. And there's not enough time to do that for Kelvin Gastelum because this is just a 3-round fight. So if Joe Pyfer can go out there and bank the first 2 rounds, then he'll likely just win a decision. It's Joe Pyfer's best ability is to just blast you and knock you out, but like against a guy in Kelvin Gastelum that we've never seen knocked out and just has that sheer toughness, sheer will to remain in the fight, it does give me a bit of pause on that path of victory for him. And then when you combine the elevation into it, it's like I think Joe Pyfer wins,
but it might be dicey.
It might be dicey. It might be like a 29-28, and it's just like I think he got that. I think he got that.
Or in round 3, does Kelvin just go, okay, like, because we know Kelvin's cardio is not going to be a problem. We know that he will be there. He's gone 5 many times. And if it goes to the 3rd round and Pyfer is fading, can Kelvin find a finish? Even if it's not just like Pyfer is able to cruise and kind of like maybe he takes that round off and wins 29-28. If Kelvin can put it on him in the 3rd round, it opens up the doors for an opportunity. I just do wonder, can you get through those first round and a half? Like I feel like he's gonna be hunting from the early moments of that.
Yeah, I know, man. And like Joe Pyfer has just like insane power.
It's ridiculous, the power he has.
The power is more like, I know Izzy like put it on him. Like it was one of the most insane beatdowns of all time, but like just that sheer power that Joe Pyfer holds.
He's got one hitter quitter, like real shit.
And everybody's chin can get cracked. Everybody's. One thing that I do want to say about Kelvin Gastelum, like we talk about the cardio, I've seen some people clowning on bro for his picture, for his physique, and like we have it right here, man. People, this looks like Kelvin Gastelum.
Wait, that's the current picture?
This is Kelvin Gastelum.
That's like, regular ass Kelvin Gastelum picture.
Bro is built like a door. Like he looks like a table. Let's go back to, I think it's side by side of this week and then his first fight in the UFC. Like he
a little doughier, but not much.
A little doughier. But like that's gonna happen when you go from.
So how many years ago is this? What is?
Who knows? Like is he 14 in that picture?
Yeah.
Now he's 33. I think this is when he was fighting on Tough. But it's just like he hasn't changed that much.
No,
it's not like he looks horrible.
Showed me that, and I was expecting something. It just looks like
this is Kelvin Gastelum.
Yeah,
I think the cardio will hold up. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think it'll be interesting.
Do you think it gets to those later rounds? Do you think it goes there?
Man, I'm just like kind of one of those guys that it's like I won't believe a chin can get cracked until I see it get cracked.
Do you think he'll be able to handle it for now?
I say Pyfer wins the first 2 rounds. Kelvin wins round 3, 29-28. Pyfer.
I could see it. I think.
But man, I do have to say, like, Pyfer had to have learned something. Like, he is so hardworking. Sean Brady in that gym as well, so hardworking. They're boys. Like, they are getting after it. You have to think that Jack Hermanson loss taught him lessons and he made the proper improvements.
When you're somebody who's on a rise that Pyfer was on, to the point that Dana White was telling people, be Joe Pyfer, and you get to that position and then you fail, that has to be a real, like, isolating feeling. That has to be a real feeling of, like, helplessness, to the point where you know you're good enough to beat Jack Hermanson. You know that on your best night, you're standing over Jack Hermanson's body because you knocked him out. And you get to that point, and he's the one putting it on you at the end. That has to be a very helpless feeling because you just don't have the things that have gotten you to that dance. You don't have that power anymore. I am certain that he never wants to feel that again. I am certain that he has done all the work to make sure that that doesn't happen again. Now, granted, when you're out there throwing the hammers that he throws, sometimes it's kind of inevitable. You're going to lose steam, but I don't think he will ever be in a position where he loses steam again to the point that he just has nothing left.
This is also only going to be a 15-minute affair where the Manson fight was a 25-minute. The elevation does concern me. Like, I'm very interested to see how that affects him. Our own Chuck Mendenhall actually wrote a great article, and it is titled "From B. Joe Pyfer to Figuring Out Exactly How Good Joe Pyfer Is." Begins at UFC Mexico City. I do think that's a great headline because I think he's nailing it. I think if he goes out there and wins like a 30-27, or if he takes Gastelum's chin, like I will be thoroughly impressed with Pyfer, and it just kind of feels like, all right, we got another guy at middleweight to contend for this. I mean, imagine a Philly card with Brady and Pyfer on.
Oh man, he's also just such an easy guy to kind of like push if you're the UFC, right? He's an American dude who's coming out there and just trying to knock people out. It's a very like easy person to push. You just get behind that and you're like, yeah, that's our guy. That's the guy who's going to step in there, throw real hard hands, and he's going to take out most of the guys. I don't think Kelvin's going to make it easy for him, but I just feel like I can't shake the feeling that like the timing of this feels like it's on Joe Pyfer's side, and it just feels like on Kelvin the best days are behind us, and we're getting a guy who's on the climb right now who has ridiculous power and is probably going to be ready for this opportunity. As you said, the elevation, I hope if Joe Pyfer did not go train at elevation, it was a mistake. hopefully he got to Mexico City early. Hopefully he trained somewhere else because that will be jarring for him. But if he did that, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to do it.
Another thing of note, Kelvin Gastelum took a dip down to 170 and fought his boy, Sean Brady.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know if Sean Brady was able to give him some tips, some pointers, be like, yo, I've fought Gastelum. This is what he brings to the table.
I imagine Joe probably was in that training camp. I imagine that Joe was helping him train for Kelvin Gastelum. I think this is a great the as you kind of laid out, it feels like all the pieces are aligned for Pyfer, but there's also these like little things of doubt that can kind of creep in. These little things that make you go, is he going to be able to do it? I think he will, but I don't think it's like a foregone conclusion.
I definitely don't think it's a foregone conclusion. That's why like these top 3 fights are.
There's something fascinating about all of them.
Oh, they're very intriguing to me. I can't wait to watch them. Those are the 3 that it's like must see television for me on this card. Let me just go back to that. Joe Pyfer gets this win.
Yeah.
Philly's been dying for a fight night.
It'd be great.
Brady probably needs one more before the title shot. Do like a Brady Usman or something. You know, we've kind of been ranking like you were like Ilya Charles can headline a pay-per-view, and then like Dustin and Mags, like if you put the BMF fight on the line, maybe a pay-per-view. Perfect fight night. Brady like Usman, Joe Pyfer versus a top 10 middleweight on the co-main. Sign me up for that.
And
return of Paul Felder.
Wow.
Now I'm
Holy
cooking.
shit.
Now I'm cooking. Dana, give me a call.
The point we made on the Ariel Helwani show, and it seemed like PT was in agreement with us. Usman feels like a safer fight than somebody else in that division that might be more of a stumbling block for your title opportunity.
Safer fight, bigger name?
Big name. That the risk is worth the reward too, right? You're risking it. You are risking potentially waiting for a title opportunity because I don't think anybody would say after Shavkat, it's Brady, right? Brady is the guy. And so maybe Ian Gary would disagree, but most people would not. You can kind of sit on that and wait to see how it plays out. You take an opportunity against Kamaru Usman, that's a huge name, but also somebody that you're probably not at risk of getting knocked out by. You have to, maybe, I don't know. That's not fair to say. Maybe Kamaru can find it, but typically not the way that's going to go. And so I think it's an opportunity to stay in the mix, get a good fight in, keep yourself sharp, and then look toward a title opportunity. It makes a lot of sense to me. You do that. We were there for BKFC. The roof would come off for Sean Brady versus Kamaru Usman. Brady gets a submission. Brady knocks him out. Pyfer right before that knocks somebody out. It would be massive in Philly.
I mean, let's give Pyfer like Michel Pereira.
We just saw we just saw Jeremy Stevens come back to the UFC for the Des Moines card. You call up Eddie Alvarez. I don't know what his contract was.
Underground King,
like.
Underground King of the co-main.
Call up Eddie Alvarez
in the featured bout. Paul Felder kicking off the main card. Return of Paul Felder, one last run.
Oh, you mix in some. You love this Paul Felder. You mix in some like Jersey.
Paul Felder, low-key my favorite commentator.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
I'm a big fan of his. Yeah,
Philly. Yeah, you mix in some Jersey guys that could be pretty good.
Andre Petrosky on there.
Jim Miller. Throw on
Jimmy Miller.
Philly would be fun. They're going to Newark. You could also potentially just do this in Newark.
Yeah.
But that doesn't feel like Usman versus Brady. I think we agree is not a pay-per-view.
No, but you could co-main that.
But that could co-main
that for sure.
Good, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious as to what's going to headline that 316 card. Everyone kind of, dogging on Kelvin Gastelum for transformations. I don't think there's really been any sort of transformation there.
He looked exactly
Someone
the
who
same.
had a great transformation.
Oh, who?
Big Joe Pyfer.
Oh.
He goes from, this was me this time last year.
Yeah.
Big Joe Pyfer. He heads out to Hair Time now, gets the turkey treatment. Look at this. Look at these locks. The man looks great. Is this his first fight with the full head of hair? I think it might be.
He's got the
fade going in there. Like he got a lineup going. Hair looks tremendous. I mean, that was a time well spent trip to Turkey.
My guy Joe Pete. Wow.
Dangerous.
Looking good.
Dangerous in those Philadelphia streets.
I will say
Joe
this is a
Pyfer
little bit grainy. It's a little shadowy. I want to see it in the light of day. I don't know.
I want to see it on Saturday under the bright lights in Mexico City.
The 4K cams.
Get a little sweaty. See how it looks after we're getting a little sweaty.
But shout out to my man.
Shout out, man.
They did him right in Turkey.
They did him right, and I remember he came on and Ariel asked.
I assume that was Turkey, right? Is it in Turkey? That
yeah.
Hair
Time now, I think is the name of it. I think he went with one of his coaches, but
who also got it done.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Shout out.
And they were like, "Do you want to come?
2 for 1 special?
Like, do you want to come? If you put a couple posts on social, like we'll hook you up too." I think Ariel asked him about it though, and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't even really want it, but like they offered it to me for free, so I was like, sure, I'll take it." And he was like, "I would not have done it knowing what it was. Like you get all the pricks in your head."
Oh,
and then
he didn't like the.
He said like his head was swelling up on the flight back and everything.
Yeah, we've talked about those flights full of the guys with the little.
Shout out. I'll be on one day. Shout out to
Well,
Istanbul.
when we go to Azerbaijan for that card, you can take a little stop
over in
Turkey.
Istanbul.
Yeah.
And then I fly back. It'll be great having to be on air every day with just like a completely red head. I'm sure the comments in the chat will be really understanding.
I think you
and
just
really nice
start
people.
rocking the cowboy hat from Dallas.
Yeah.
You just wear that full time until it's healed.
And then one day I just take it off and it's just like luscious, just like,
Yeah.
just like locks.
The pool this summer. Yes.
Can confirm hair time now.
Shout
in
out.
Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
Shout
and
out.
if you Google it, the first picture that comes up is kind of like kind of looks AI. It has Francis Ngannou and Tracy McGrady on the picture.
Tracy McGrady and Francis Ngannou?
Yeah. Nah, this isn't AI. This is like a like an art filter. Yeah, you got Francis Ngannou, Tracy McGrady too. A bodybuilder, and then it looks like a Portuguese soccer player on there. Shout out.
Wow.
Shout out to him, man. Yeah.
Shout out to T-Mac. I had no idea.
Wow, they had a woman go out there and do it. You don't see that too. Oh, Nixick. We got Nixick on there. Wow, this is great. Shout out there.
Yes, Francis, Tracy.
Yeah, I mean, this is if you guys want to, sponsor the show or whatever, that'd be cool too. Boys in the Back, brought to you by Now Hair Time Hair Transplant in Turkey. 4.8 stars on 690. There it is. Shout out to New York Knicks, Tracy McGrady, UFC champion Francis Ngannou, and I wonder who that Portuguese soccer player is.
Can I just ask? Can I just say, like,
yeah,
is this really a good advertisement? You're showing them before these are not new hair restored pictures. These are just pictures of them from when they had hair. Like that was Francis from when he had hair.
Francis Ngannou was losing his hair?
Did Francis even start losing his hair? I guess
that's how you do it best, is when people don't even know. Oh yeah, no, he went and did the whole kit and caboodle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Shout out, man.
Shout out
to Hair Time Now, I guess.
Shout out to Hair Time.
And shout out to
if they want to give our boy a free flight to Turkey to get it done.
Fight Feast Istanbul will go hard. Fight Feast Istanbul will go hard.
With the thing?
Yeah, with all the shit
dots.
in my head. Yeah, it'll be great. All right, let's keep rolling. Main card, Raul Rosas Jr. taking on Vince Morales. Raul Rosas, obviously only 20 years old. Said on the Ariel Helwani show this week that he wants to make a run at this youngest champion ever. He's still got like 3 years and some change. Vince Morales, like I suppose this is like a step up from his previous fights. Like I don't rate this like too much more difficult than the Arichi Lang fight. It definitely isn't harder than the Christian Rodriguez fight. Like Vince Morales, yes, he's 34 and like he has 10 UFC fights under his belt, but he's 3-7 and like he got cut. He went away for a couple of years and then he came back. He's 0-2 since he came back. It's 4 straight UFC losses for him. We've seen him get taken down. Like it feels like this is another win for Raul Rosas Jr.
I honestly don't feel like it feels like a step up. Like Christian Rodriguez is a tougher fight. Like this is not a step up in my mind. It's another good fight for Raul Rosas to get experience, but like I'm kind of like, let's just see what the kid can do. Strap the rocket to his back and let's see. I would want to see him get a step up. And he said, I mean, how about the revelation? He said this to Ariel on the Ariel Helwani show this week. He said that he was one of the calls to step into the Rob Font fight. Yes. But he wasn't able to do it because his brother was fighting. He would have had to, they were all in his brother's corner. His whole corner wouldn't have been able to go. He wouldn't have been able to be there for his brother. I mean, first of all, like respect to Raul Rosas. Like that's a real like moment where you could have been selfish and taken that opportunity and he prioritized his brother. So respect to a 20-year-old man who's making like really smart, like, you know, maybe not the best career move in my opinion, because he could have maybe had that opportunity, but something that shows where he is at in terms of maturity. I'm here for my family. I made these commitments. I'm going to stick to them. I will get to Rob Font one day. I mean, that's wisdom beyond the years of most 20-year-olds. Most 20-year-olds are going, yeah, I'll take that no matter what. F this. I'm going to get out of here and do it. So respect for that. I really respect Raul Rosas for that thought process and decision making. But to go from like I could have been fighting Rob Font to this fight, it just doesn't feel equivalent. I'm ready for Raul Rosas. Maybe it's not Rob Font because that feels like a massive step into the big time. Shout out to my boy Rob
Font, baby.
Like you're really jumping.
The underdog king right there. I mean, anytime you just see the Rob Font, they post a plus 350 next to his name. It's like,
and
gotta bet it.
You can bet your ass you would be plus 350 to Raul Rosas, and then he'd probably win that fight. But that feels like maybe too big a step up. It felt like more of a need and an opportunity that they were trying to give Rosas. But I think he will win this fight, and I would like to really see a big step up next time.
Yeah, I'd like to see him start making his way into the rankings. Like, obviously, the star power is there. He's eclipsed 1 million followers on Instagram. He's starting to get blue chip sponsors like Carl's Jr. Like, is giving him his own custom burger. He's got the merch store. He's got the Chiwiwis catchphrase and everything like that. He's starting to put together the wins. I feel like he goes out there in front of the Mexican crowd. He probably gets a win by finish over Vince Morales, and then we really start being like, all right, let's start talking about maybe ranked fights. And if you really want to make a run at being the youngest champion ever, you're going to have to start taking ranked fights.
100%. And also, I think it's one of those things where, like, most people his age, the only thing you're concerned about is giving them octagon time, is giving them cage time and going, like, they need the experience, they need to have it. He is not like most people who are 20 and entering this conversation. He mentioned on the show he has been fighting since he is 8 years old. He does not need more just, like, reps of being in a fight environment. He does not need, like, more reps in the octagon. He's now had enough UFC fights that I don't think octagon jitters are a thing anymore. He now needs to start climbing, and that's what I want to see, because I don't think he's one of those guys that's like, yeah, we'll bring him along slowly. We really need to give him some more experience. He's not like the other 20-year-olds. There really are not 20-year-olds. This does not happen this way. He's ready, I think, if he can clear this hurdle, to start actually making those steps up. I want to see, like, harder and harder opposition.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think that starts this weekend with a big win over Vince Morales in front of the Mexican crowd. Some other fights to get into.
Is there any chance that Vince, like, upsets him here?
There's obviously always a chance, especially with a guy who's fought. He's made the walk to the octagon 10 times. Like, and when he had that stint away from the UFC, I think his last fight was in like 2022, and then he was away for a year and a half, 2 years. I want to say he went like 5-0 in regional promotions, and then got re-signed to the UFC. So, like, he has plenty of cage time under his belt.
Here's the thing, though.
34 years old.
Rosas has made the walk to the octagon 5 times and one more on Contender Series. So it's like this idea that, like, he's going to be out of his, like, I would have liked to see some. He said he was not disappointed because he respects Vince and sees him as a veteran and a good name and a tough opponent. I agree with him there, and I respect that position. I just want to see him continue to grow.
I mean, if you really think about it, Raul Rosas has more wins in the UFC despite only walking 5 times to Vince's 10.
He's one of these guys that I feel like you can fast track. And I know that's potentially dangerous. We've seen this before where you try to fast track somebody. But to me, it's not a fast track. He has been fighting for so long and been ready for these opportunities for so long. Anyway, suffice it to say, I think we both think he's going to get a win here. I don't think it will be, his hardest test. I think he will be successful here. And I want to see him advance. But yeah, I mean, who knows? You can lay out these plans and then you do get tripped up. So it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, Vince has fought on Bellator, he's fought on Ryzen, Contender Series, UFC. Like, he's made his way around the block. So you never know. Just uses the experience and gets it done. But we'll see what happens. I think Raul Rosas gets it done as well. David Martinez fighting Simon Oliveira. Martinez making his debut. 9 of his 11 wins are by knockout. Won by decision on Contender Series, but, like, still an exciting fighter. And then Simon Oliveira hasn't fought in 2 years. He's 0-2 in the promotion. This feels like a good spot for the Mexican to get a victory.
Yeah, and Martinez 11-1. It seems like this is a nice little showcase.
Yeah. One other one on the main card that I think is going to be really fun, Lazy Boy, the return of him. Ronaldo Rodriguez taking on Kevin Borjas. Ronaldo Rodriguez, kind of one of those dudes who's willing to take some to give some. I feel like this one just turns into a scrap. It's going to be quite fun.
I feel like there's a lot of these on this card where it's just like you get a few Mexican fighters who are just going to go in there and just lay it all on the line.
Yeah.
Like, I was looking, you were like, there's one more I want to hit, and you went to this one. I'm like, Edgar Shirez.
Edgar Shirez.
Vergara. Like,
yeah. It's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. Like, they're both going to throw down, and that one's going to be fun as well. Like, yeah, I mean, they did a good job of this. Like, 9 of the 13 fights have a Mexican represented on it, if you count Raul Rosas and Kevin Gastelum as Mexican Americans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be fun. And then the ones that don't have that are like Jamal Emmers versus Gabriel Miranda. Like, that should have some fun scrambles, some fun striking. Austin Hubbard, Markel Medeiros. I thought they did, like, it's not the greatest fight night of all time, but I think it's a fun one that the fans in Mexico are going to have a really good time at.
Yeah, there's some decent, like, even like Rafa Garcia versus Vince Pichel. Like, there's some good stuff on here that I'm like, okay, I see how this could potentially, like, build and kind of crescendo by the end of it, because that people are going to want to show out for that crowd. Like, people are going to, if you give them even a little bit, I think that crowd is going to give it back to you. And so I think people are going to want to show out on this card.
Yeah, I mean, Melky Costa versus Christian Rodriguez is also a banger. I mean, two young dudes at bantamweight, 28 versus 27. Christian Rodriguez, he's had a couple stumbles, but he's also had a ton of successes. The O snatcher. I mean, when you put it,
Rosas,
when you put an undefeated fighter against Christian Rodriguez, he's probably
also Mexican American. I wanted to verify that, but also Mexican American.
Yeah, I mean, he's just lined up to take your O. He did it to Raul Rosas, and he also did it to Austin Bashi, and he did it to Isaac Dolgarian. Like he's just, I think 3 of his last 4 wins come against undefeated guys. Melky Costa not that, so be on alert if you're a C-Rod backer. It's lining up to be a fun card. Lupi Godinez, following up her 4-0 2023 with an 0-2 2024, and now we get to see her for the first time in 2025. I mean, she always fights close. She always fights sort of like by the seat of her pants on getting these victories. So I think that one's going to be close, but I imagine the Mexican crowd will go crazy for her. Maybe a Diego Lopez in the corner. Obviously, they're very close. Maybe he's training for 314, but I think it's going to shape up to be a good card.
Man, the pop for Diego, I bet, would be crazy.
If he's in there?
If he's there, yeah.
Fighting for the title in Miami in just a few weeks?
The pop will be nuts.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I feel like this has good energy. That's the way I'll put it. Like I feel like this card has some good energy, and we'll see kind of what the end product is. But there's enough compelling fights near the top, and there's enough kind of like fun scraps near the bottom that I think this is going to be a good night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also, last note on it, 4 p.m. Eastern start.
Oh, that's a nice one.
We're out of there by 10 p.m. for a fight night with the crowd. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, that's nice.
It really does not get much better than that. All right. No fight feast this week. I know it's a layup to do the Mexican food, maybe best tacos in New York City. Unfortunately, just it does take quite a bit of time. Did not have the time.
You gave him the bonus London one. Yep. I mean, come on.
I know. I was looking for the back-to-back, but just did not have the time to complete it. We'll get another shot at Mexico. I can guarantee you that. And we will do it right when we do that. Picks, parlays?
Yeah,
bets. Let's recap last week first. We got to get this one out of the way. Our parlay last week.
How did we do?
Didn't look good.
Oh boy,
didn't look good. 0 for 3 on the boys in the back, and then Pizzi gets the 1 dub. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter because we spent it. We spent it.
By the way, not just 0 for 3. Like none of these even came within an inch. Like
I think Morgan got 30-27. Guram got pillar to post smackdown, and McCann
knocked out in like 10 seconds.
Thinera got finished in the first round. I got some flack on Twitter for saying that over 2.5 in women's fights is a safe bet.
It was a good pick.
That was a great pick. Actually, it was a horrible pick, but
it ended up.
It was a bad.
All
pick,
of us were horrible picks.
You can understand
even Pizzi's.
No, Pizzi's great good. My bets for this past week, I got smoked. I was way too invested on old Guram. That cost me heavy. Down 6 units, not great, but overall record was still at 44. Shout out to Sean Brady. He was my biggest bet of the night. I guess Guram was between the two parlays. So. Shout out to Guram. Tough sled. Nathaniel Wood, nice call there. Sean Brady, nice stuff.
You sniffed that Wood fight. I was like,
I have to say.
You know what it was? I got wrapped up in the Morgan Sorry.
I know it. And he was 20-10. I mean, I had a shitty night. I'm not gonna sit here and brag, but man, that Nathaniel Wood fight, as soon as it ended, I was just like, wow, called that one to a T. Exactly how I expected that one.
You had that one sniffed out.
I wish I had just done Sean Brady and Nathaniel Wood and called it a night. I mean, sometimes I'm just like, why don't I just bet less and bet the ones that I'm really confident in? All right, let's do our Parlay Pals picks for this weekend, and then we'll do my bets, and then we'll do the big hitters to highlight the people from that UFC London card. Let me throw it in the old randomizer here. All right. We already got Pizzi's pick. I accidentally included him in there, but Rick will go first. I'll go second, and then Frankie, you will bring up the rear.
Yeah, I'm feeling something. I'm feeling like the Philly momentum.
Oh,
we're gonna go.
Okay,
we're gonna be on Joe Pyfer.
All right,
Joe Pyfer money line is the play for me this week.
Be on Joe Pyfer.
Yeah, be on Joe Pyfer. Blah 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 blah. Wow. Be on Joe Pyfer.
Be on Joe Pyfer. Shout out. All right. So Pizzi took David Martinez. You took Joe Pyfer minus 298 and minus 410. I'll go to the main event. I'm not going to take a side, but I think this will be a war. I'm going to go Moreno Erceg over 2.5 minus 520.
I like it.
Nice.
Frankie?
And then I would like to go with.
Oh, nice.
Take Raul Rosas as money line. It's locked in.
Nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Every time we cut to that shot, it looks like we're focusing on the back seats.
Yeah,
like
highlighted.
they're just like it's like wow.
Yeah, they are. That is bright lights on them for sure.
Do you remember Arsenio Hall?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
sure
course.
do.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
All right. So that gets us to totaled up plus 141. We are down 1.26
We would
units
get
right now.
into the black.
We'd get into the black. We'd get into the green if we get up here. I feel good about this one.
Nothing smaller than minus 300.
I like it.
I feel like we're
I like it.
playing it safe.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think we get a dub here. Let me run through my bets real quick here for the people. We start. I was talking about it with the Lupi Godinez fight. Her against Julia Polastri. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be razor close. And in a women's mixed martial arts fight, you're giving me a 2-1 on a fight that I think is going to be very close. I mean, Lupi is almost always in 29-28s or split decisions.
Yeah.
She has the one finish over Elise Reed. I don't see her finishing Polastri here, and I just think this one's going to be close. I know she's the hometown fighter, the home country fighter, but I will take a dog shot on Julia Polastri. And I felt a little bit better. JT Lines, Jacob's lock of the week. Shout out to him. This is his lock of the week.
Oh, wow.
He strictly takes underdogs. I believe he's hit 6. He's going for 7 in a row. He's absolutely kicks. JT Lines, shout out to him. Dog Hunter, lock of the weeks. He's killing it. But I had already had her scoped out. I saw her, and I was like, you know what? He's on it. I'll be on it too. So
wow.
shout out to JT Lines. Shout out to Jacob's locks of the week. Next up, I'm going to take Melky Costa. This one I just also think is going to be very close. I know C-Rod is great. He got the win over Raul Rosas. He's the O Hunter. But guess what? Melky Costa does not have an O. He has 7 losses, but I still do rate him a very solid young guy at bantamweight. And Christian Rodriguez, like I know after the Raul Rosas fight and everything, the Julian Erosa performance wasn't great, and the Isaac Dalgarian performance also was not great. I know he's winning those fights, but I think in this fight, Costa will keep this close. I think there's going to be some fun scrambles in this one. And I'm going to say Costa by a close decision. Next up, Gaudier Medina over 1.5. Yes, I understand Gaudier like almost strictly knocks people out, but he's making his UFC debut off of Contender Series, and Medina has never been knocked out. I think this one goes longer than the 7.5 minutes. And then last but not least for the singles, big chin, big heart, tied for most knockouts in lightweight history. I'm going with Drew Dober. I think the experience shines in this one, and he gets it done over Manuel Torres. I think the pace, he survives the first few minutes. Torres starts to get tired, and Dober's able to do what he wants, and he gets to finish himself. I'm going to say early round 2, and then I have a couple parlays. I use Raul Rosas. Nope, I'll use Joe Pyfer and the Moreno Erceg over 2.5. So half of our parlay pals, and then secondary, Rafa Garcia, David Martinez, Raul Rosas Jr., a Mexican parlay.
The other half of our parlay pals.
Yeah. So hopefully parlay pals hits, and then Rafa Garcia's wins as well.
Yeah.
Can't wait for this card on Saturday, though. Last thing to do with the bets. Got to shout out some people from UFC London. I asked on Sunday, and I got a lot more slips, so I'm just going to have to start doing that. But there were some crazy ones. People got generational wealth off this Shanna Bannon submission. I mean,
oh, really?
Pooja Tomar, I thought she got the finish. I mean, I bet her. I thought she was about to get the finish, and then she walks herself into an armbar. It was sick. But shout out to @Fins_the. We actually shouted him out last week, back-to-back weeks for old Fins Chats MMA. He goes 1250 on a Shauna Bannon by submission, Alexia Thanera by submission parlay, plus 1,500, plus 430, parlayed together, plus 8,380. 1250 into $1,060. Absolutely insane. Shout out to Fins. Next up, Haxton 87. All right, he turns $5 into $498 by doing a 5-leg parlay that consisted of Sean Brady winning by submission, Kevin Holland outright, Chris Padilla outright, Nathaniel Wood as a dog outright, and Carlos Olberg to win by a decision. Goes at plus 9,875, turns $5 into almost 500 pounds, actually, not dollars. Thank you, producer Honor Jordan.
Damn, the Olberg by decision was the
Olberg by decision was sneaky.
Yeah.
Sean Brady by submission was sneaky too. I know. I know. In hindsight, he was like, I mean, dude, it was plus 400. All right, we keep going. On Dogs MMA, he goes Chris Duncan by submission in round 2 plus 4,500. Got it. Shauna Bannon to win by submission in round 2 plus 4,500. Got it. Sean Brady to win by submission in round 4 plus 3,000. Got it. He did hide his wagers on these, so I don't know if he put that much on them. On Dogs, next time, just leave them up there. We don't unit shame around these parts.
Yeah, no.
Would love to see how much you won. Even if it was 10 cents, don't care. We will still shout you out. Shout out to On Dogs MMA.
Those are some snipes right there.
Snipes.
Wow.
And then we got at 613 MMA Max. Shauna Bannon to win by submission. Alexia Thanera to win by submission, plus 9,400. He throws 80 big Canadian dollars on it, gets back 7,600 Canadian dollars.
This is the same parlay as
Same parlay. I guess that was the lock of the week.
Shit,
I guess that was the play of the week.
That
was the third stimulus check that we never got. It was Shauna Bannon and Alexia Thanera to win by submission. So shout out to them.
On the verge of getting unconscious.
Holy shit, I couldn't imagine cheering that one on. It's just like, oh no, she got dropped. Oh, she's going to get finished. Oh, wait, she's walking herself into an armbar. Oh, we won. Plus 1,800, baby. Let's go. Yeah, shout out to that. I was on the other side with a Peugeot Tomar underdog ticket. I was like, oh, let's get the finish. Get the what? No, what is she doing? What is she doing?
Why is she going deeper into the armbar?
No. Literally, at one point, I was like, oh, she's out. She's out. No, she's back in.
Why?
All right, there was one last one right there. Yeah, you can see it on the side. At Michael B. Gamblin. Another one. Shauna Bannon by
This was the play.
This was the play. I am a public square. This was the play. All the sharps were on it. Shauna Bannon by submission plus 1,600. Shauna Bannon to win by submission in rounds 2 or 3 plus 2,800. Shauna Bannon by submission plus 1,000. And then Shauna Bannon by armbar only plus 1,800. But still, to snipe that is just insane. He won 950 Canadian dollars on the armbar, 550 on the submission, won another, like, what is that?
But how is Shauna Bannon by submission plus 1,600 and then Shauna Bannon by armbar only plus 1,800? It feels like bad value there.
It does, but he nailed it.
Yeah,
I mean, he nailed it.
Great call, but
like he nailed it. Yeah, he got what is that math on that? $2,300, and then he added another 1,000. Like he cashed out like almost 4,000 Canadian dollars.
Who leaked the Shauna Bannon by armbar script that we did not see? Who leaked this?
I don't know, man.
Where did this? Was it Pizzi? Did Pizzi lay this out? Because
no, because he could have told us. He could have told us. I was on Peugeot Tomar. He'd been like, no.
Shauna Bannon's gonna win by armbar.
Could have Molina'd me. He could have been like, no. It's
I mean,
Bannon by submission.
Is now the moment? Do we
oh yes. Yeah. This is actually a great segue into the pound for pound. But yeah, yesterday we were talking about obviously a serious situation with the gambling thing, but we pulled out the cigarette pack and just threw out a hypothetical if we were to get some insider info. And then Andrew Feldman on Twitter took it and worked his magic, edited it in.
Yes.
Here's the video right here. Brady calls me up. Yes. By the way, I'm with my teammate right now. He's losing for sure. He fights in 45 minutes. He makes the walk in 45 minutes. He's dying back here. I'm talking 60 seconds max.
Okay.
I'm saying, hey, brother, any one of your friends that has a DraftKings account, has a FanDuel account, whatever it may be, no ties to me at all. Put down X money. I'm wiring it to you right now. Don't ask any questions. A guaranteed winner.
Yeah. All right. Now get the fuck out of here.
That's somebody calling in the Shauna Bannon by submission in round 2.
If I had gotten that call.
Oh man.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Soprano as well. Goat show. Lived in Jersey for a while. Almost picked up SIGs because of it. Christopher Maltasanti, a couple of SIGs in there. And then he
Oh, wait, hold on. Favorite Sopranos character?
That's tough. I mean, Tony's a legend. Maltasanti's a legend. Though I didn't love the way he went out.
Nobody did, by the way.
Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah, Paulie Walnuts isn't bad. I mean, it's tough to go against Tony. Like, Tony's just the man.
You do love Tony, even though you hate Tony?
Yeah.
That's kind of the brilliance of the series.
He's the anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's like the OG anti-hero. I love Walter White in Breaking Bad, too.
You truly loathe him, but you're also like, he's like so cool. Like, there's an element of I think I'm a Chrissy guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm Chris.
Yeah,
That's where I land.
it's such a good show.
Fantastic.
I ran through it back in 2022. I need to rip it again. It really is just like it's so good. Especially I was living in Jersey at the time too, and it's just like you just get the vibes. It's great. A couple bridges. I was like, oh, I live right near there. But yeah, shout out. He also did a couple pictures, like AI generated pictures. I don't know if we have them. Yeah, shout out. This one is.
Why is that Zach Galifianakis?
Yeah, bald Zach Galifianakis AI generated me into a thing, but I'm wearing the Marvin Vittori fight day outfit, the gabagool with the backwards jeans on. It's so ridiculous. And like standing there so menacingly and like it almost looks like I'm Ryan Russillo wearing that. And like why are the pants so high-waisted as well? Also,
That's why I thought Zach Galifianakis. It looks like in The Hangover, like it's like a goofy kind of guy.
Also, like the AI definitely made it like an ass on the front too. But like AI's getting better with
backwards. What do you think he typed in there? Connor Burke's butt with the Marvin Vittori shirt.
I don't think
with backwards jeans.
I don't think I'm big enough. I think he did like bald guy with beard, or maybe he just put the whole picture in because the shirt matches it to a T. But yeah, shout out to Andrew Feldman. That was fun. That was fun to see this morning. I had a good time. We all had a good laugh around here. Carlos Praches fighting in just a few weeks. Might have to pick up a couple packs on the way. Might have to take the batteries out of that. Yeah, I see a smoke alarm right there. Might have to take the batteries out and just let it rip. Coming on Monday morning, people are like, whew, what is that?
Guy whose security and facilities is watching this, ready to arrest you as soon as you walk out of the studio.
Come and get me. You get SIGs in prison, eh? All right, last thing to do for the day, the pound for pound rankings, and then we'll work with the chat, maybe super chat, see what's going on.
Yeah, drop some super chats so we can talk with you guys.
I'll hop in the chat as well. I got to do it. Pound for pound rankings this week in honor of Mexico City. Top 5 favorite Mexican dishes. Some of the best cuisine in the entire world, if it's not one of your favorites. And shout out to Shea Serrano. Mexicans are perfect. Yeah, that looks like a great plate right there. What do we got? Some refried beans, some rice, enchiladas, the chips and salsa. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to go wrong with good Mexican food. Like when it's good, it is great. It is tremendous. It is almost impossible to beat. And there's so many different dishes that you could choose from. So top 5 Mexican dishes. What's the order, Frankie?
I'm going to go with Frank. And then Rick.
All right.
And then we'll have
typical
Connor.
All reliable.
All right. Kick us off, Frankie.
All right. So
come on, Frankie.
Number 5 is one of my favorites, but it's the 5th in this pound for pound list. It's a nice little starter here. It's actually pickled carrots in jalapeno brine. It has a way of showing it if you want to put it up here on the screen. Andy can actually read us the name of it because I will butcher this if I try myself.
What do we got?
Right, it's zanahorias en escabeche.
Oh, I can see why you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. You just order the carrots, like you just point at them.
Is this like an appetizer?
Yeah, describe this for
It's really like, so here's the thing. Like I think it's intended to just be like a topping that you add to things. But once you've had them enough, it's like you're eating them like it's a side dish. You eat them as an entree. There's a lot of places, especially Shaheen Al-Shadi could point out there's places in Arizona where like there's just a vat of it. Like you just go and help yourself to all of these. You can pickle them yourself. You can buy them pre-made where they're already soaked in the brine. But just you can't beat this flavor, this crunch. It's amazing.
It's speaking to me. I mean, the jalapeno is right off rip.
As you should be, yeah. At number 4, we actually have chile relleno.
Okay.
So again, taking the pepper, stuffing it up with some mozzarella, some, you could put all sorts of different stuffings in there. What's great is it's got a little zing to it. Like it's not too spicy. Eat the whole thing with a side of rice and beans. You're gonna be just
down.
So this is a pepper. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, stuffed pepper.
The main thing is the pepper and then the cheese. Got it.
Exactly. So think of it kind of as a stuffed green bell pepper, but like with that Mexican flair, the seasons, it's perfect.
Oh yeah.
We put the lime on top, like in the picture, or no?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Always with the citrus, you got to have it if you want to just really start to accentuate what those flavors are.
I'm with you, Frank.
That looks good. That looks very good.
Coming in at my number 3 is a personal favorite of mine, agua chile.
Okay.
This is essentially you take shrimp and you cook it in lime juice, not unlike
had to have some shrimp in there. Yeah, had to have
the shrimp. Put some cucumbers, some red onions, some jalapenos, cilantro, right? The whole thing, again, cooked in the lime juice, very similar to ceviche, but a lot more lime forward. You got a little bit of tomatillo in there to get some of that green sauce going. Oh, it's amazing. Eat it on a chip, on a tortilla, whatever.
Okay, so
it's not
like
a soup.
dip a little bit.
It's not a soup.
No, this is cold. This is, you can eat it as an appetizer. You can eat it as an entree. You can eat it as a snack. You know, it's like shrimp cocktail.
But it's going on something. You're not just
No, you can eat it
mouth.
with a fork, man.
Oh, okay.
There are no rules.
Okay, zero rules.
The
just
only
right.
rule is eat it.
What is that an ad for?
Outback.
Outback steak.
What was that?
You said no
zero rules.
I said you said zero rules. I said just right. No rules, just right. Let's go Outback tonight. Shout out.
There we go. I don't think you're gonna find this at Outback. It's a travesty.
No, probably not.
At number 2, I actually have carne asada.
Yeah.
Now, my favorite thing to do is you get a good flank steak.
Fuck, that looks great.
Marinate it essentially in what is pico de gallo. You know, you got some citrus, some tomato, jalapeno, onion.
Yeah.
Let that thing sit. Actually, my little secret, and this is for the viewers and the listeners at home, a little bit of orange juice. You know, you have the lime juice, just a splash of orange juice. Let it sit overnight. Got to be patient with it. You really want those flavors to get locked in. And then after that, it's going to look exactly like it does on your screen. You don't even have to do anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you had flank steak for lunch today, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I feel like there's an Americanization of what flank steak or skirt steak is supposed to taste like. And it's like, oh, it's a tougher meat. Like, you cut it in a certain way, Like, you don't want to go with the grain. You want to go against the grain. And you have to marinate it. And like what we had today, just for the people at home, we had flank steak sandwiches available to us at Yahoo. Thank you. It's just too chewy. That's not what you want. This is going to be nice, very digestible.
You also don't want to overcook it. Look how nice and pink that one is.
Shout out to the Yahoo flank steaks.
And then coming in at number 1, I mean, this is a solid, big thing for the mysterious household is nachos.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
I mean, there's just no way. Like, honestly, you could put the carne asada on the nachos. You can have the hot with chili on the nachos. Like,
what is on the nachos? Give me your perfect.
That's the thing. Like, I actually am very flexible. I'll do stadium style, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. That's actually where you're using like the cheese sauce.
Okay.
And you're putting it on top. Then you have this style where you're like baking it.
Call that Taco Bell style.
So like, don't ever use that word again. Taco Bell. Like, what are we talking? We're talking about Mexican food right now, man.
Yeah,
so
Taco Bell.
Oh, my dear.
Taco Bell, Mexican food.
So I like it. My favorite would be to take each chip and spread a little bit of refried bean on there, get some Monterey Jack on top, bake it to where every piece is like its individual, almost like little pie. They've all been baked, and then you put the same toppings that you would anything else. But again, stadium style is great. Little factoid for you. The emulsifier that you use to make nacho cheese is like you have to use an emulsifier, otherwise the cheese is going to come out all stringy and everything. Is actually NaCHO. Like that's the molecular makeup of it. And it spells out nacho. If that isn't divine,
that's divine intervention right there.
Exactly.
Wow.
We were meant to have nachos.
It just blew my mind with that.
Hey, respect the list. Respect the list. Some smaller names on there, but then end it with a heavyweight giant.
I think a great list, Frank. Everything there looked delicious, and I like your commitment to the spice, like the jalapenos in a lot of the dishes. I'm with you there. What I'm realizing is I may not have a very refined Mexican food.
I knew
palate.
Frankie was going to go like that.
Is yours? Yeah. Okay. Well, let me just do mine, and then we'll see where we net out. Okay, number 5. This one had to be on there. It will not resemble the others, but it had to, and it's the churro. Like I need a churro.
Shout out to churros.
It's simple, but it's perfect. And I would actually say my list, looking at it, one of my keys is the simplicity. Like and this applies to not just Mexican food, but all food I eat. Like simple is better for me. Less ingredients, but ingredients that I do love. You're talking fried dough. You're talking powdered sugar. Like, I mean, it doesn't get any better. It does not get better.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Give me the fried dough. Give me the powdered sugar. But just the composition of these. Also, I like the biteability. Like I like the holding and snapping in. It's great. Frank, I meant to ask you this about the nachos.
What's up?
Is this as frustrating to you as it is to me? My number one thing that drives me nuts food-wise is when I've eaten all the nachos with all the stuff on it, and then I get to the nachos that have nothing left because I've eaten, and I'm just eating a plain nacho, that kills me.
You got to strategize better, man.
So I actually think those are.
You feel like this is a slopping, like great looking nacho.
I can't. I just eat it.
Now you got to observe the rest of the plate and be like, I got a couple of chips that are going to be
Give me more
lonely.
stuff on top.
Exactly.
So then you take
need
some
a couple
off.
naked ones. It's a necessary evil. You need the
Oh, you're
naked
going
ones
naked to go in.
to go in, yeah. And you need a couple, palate refreshers as well.
I was going to say, here's my thing. Open a nacho shop. Refill. You get down to the dregs. It's just the chips.
Okay.
We're going back. We're putting more stuff on
right,
for
I like
you.
it, I like it.
That's the key. All right. Anyway, number 4, an appetizer, but one that I love dearly, elote.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, again, simple ingredients, right? We got the corn, we got the mayo, we got the
Easy.
spice on. But man, when you combine those things, and you know what's the key? In this picture, it's here. I didn't pick this on purpose, but a little bit of the char. Like I like it a little bit charred. You get that little smoky flavor. Corn, mayo, spices, like it's just delicious.
Top notch.
You get that cob, you're going, and
Top notch.
you make a mess, but you're just so happy. It doesn't really matter. Number 3, one of my favorites, enchilada.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big enchilada guy.
Make those things swim, baby.
You love the sauce on top. The sauce is key. Like, obviously, the sauce is almost most important, right? Because underneath, you just got the corn wrap and you've got the filling, whether it be the, whatever kind of meat you've selected. But the key is that sauce. You slather it in sauce. Maybe you melt a little cheese on it. But the important part is you get the right sauce on the enchilada. It sets the whole thing
What's
off.
your go-to? The one you pictured, I think, was mole.
Yeah, like a mole. I mean, obviously,
Either
a little
red
sweet,
sauce
a little
or green
spicy.
sauce.
Green's always like the spicier the better for me, but I also like sweet. So when you can combine like sweet and spicy, that's that perfect. I was gonna say sweet spot, but that's that perfect combination for me. But yeah, I'm pretty good with any. Like a really like tangy, sharp green is also pretty good for me.
All right, I'm going to throw this out there. There's a restaurant in both Atlanta and Athens, Georgia, where I grew up and where I went to school at, Taqueria del Sol. And they have lemon cream enchiladas, and the sauce is like this cheesy, lemony, creamy sauce, and it is the greatest thing I've ever had. Anytime I go home, I have to get it. Yeah, it's just incredible.
I would love to find somewhere that did that.
Oh, it's
I would
so
try
good.
that. All right, number 2. Not as simple because I think one of the things is I like a lot of ingredients in it, but simple, fresh ingredients, and that's that guacamole.
Oh yeah,
and especially. So at the picture, you need the stone. You
Oh,
need
yeah.
it to be ground up that way.
that
It
bowl
can't
better
just
be like 27 pounds.
That's
too.
it. You better have they better be coming to your table with the Rock of Gibraltar on there, and you better be grinding that thing up nice and good. We get a little onions, we get some spices, tomato. You really get that like going, but you dip the chip and see here the great part about that is now you're dipping the chip in. You kind of guide that as opposed to when it's laying on top of the nachos. You can't determine that.
Quality fresh made guacamole with quality fresh made chips is an elite combo. It's so good.
Simple but good. But it's one of those things that I like more ingredients than less. I'm typically a less ingredients guy, but I do like when it has like a little bit of extra flavor to it. But the key is that freshness. The fresh chips and the fresh guac. All right, number 1. Maybe I'm just a simple man. In fact, I know I'm a simple man.
I know where you're going.
But I'm going taco. Just give me the taco. But here's the key. Corn tortilla.
Wow.
Over flour. Sorry.
Oh,
corn,
okay.
Corn over flour. I'm that guy. Love them.
You mean that guy? That's the default.
No, well, yes, but not
That's the default.
Not.
Yeah.
How about this, Frank? Not at Taco Bell.
Jesus.
Shout out to Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
The
we got
number one
double-decker
purveyor of
for those
Mexican
who-
Shout out to D-Bell.
You even get a corn taco at Taco
No,
Bell?
the
Not
crispy ones are corn.
Yeah.
But we're talking the soft corn, and I mean, it's almost like to the point that, like Frank said for, which one was he saying it for?
All of them.
No, where you were saying like the meat on top doesn't matter. Oh, the nachos. You were like, it could be steak, it could be. I'm the same way with the tacos. You give me a little lengua. You give me any meat, and I'm good. But simple. I don't want to overload it. Like you put maybe a little bit of the radish. You can sprinkle some lime on top, onions. But I don't want to overload it. And I think this is the brilliance of the taco. Here's the important part about the taco that I think differs from maybe some others that might be on your list and we can address later. You can't overload the taco. Because if you overload the taco, now you can't eat it. So they've made it so that you have to keep it simple. You get the meat in there, you get enough of the little ingredients to set it off, and then you eat it. There are other contraptions that have been created where they can be overloaded, and there's too much shit in there, and it takes all the flavor away. Tacos are perfect. They're small, they're compact, they're simple, and you can eat like 20 of them. You just grab one, you get it this way. I love it. Tacos.
I was very curious to see what your number one was going to be, because if you didn't go tacos, that would have meant you and Frank did not have tacos on your list.
No, tacos.
I have a question for you guys. So if Andy doesn't mind throwing up the taco picture. So you can see there's 2 tortillas here. Here's something that I've actually learned over the years. You use one tortilla at a time, and then whatever falls off the first taco.
Yeah.
You use the other one?
Now you're talking.
I've been
Those are
doing
pretty
it wrong.
loaded tacos, though, too.
I've always eaten the 2 at the same time.
There's
I've
no
just
wrong way
learned
to eat a
something.
taco, man. You enjoy that taco.
I'm with
No,
you,
but
Frankie.
but
I'm
but
with you.
Taco.
efficiency wise, yeah, you wanna clean up the little bits. I just
Save
in
it for
one?
your chips left over from your nachos.
I
Two
just
birds,
I
one
just pick
stone.
at it. I just eat it with my hands because
Like a toddler.
I'm a disgusting.
Like a toddler. All right. Let's rip through my list. Starting at number 5, Cheesy Gordita Crunch. No, I'm just kidding. Just
Oh
kidding.
my God.
I literally believe
Andy had a heart attack.
Yeah, you guys are going to get all
She just
offended
left
by
the
that.
control room.
Number 5, I'm going to start with flautas, a.k.a. taquitos. You know, you get a little bit of chicken, a little bit of beef, maybe some cheese, whatever you want to do in there. You roll it up, you fry it up, and then you dunk it in maybe some guac, maybe some salsa, maybe some sour cream. I mean, it's just divine. Like, it's just like a fried tortilla with stuffing in it, and then you're dunking it in something.
A
Honestly,
rolled taco.
yeah, essentially a rolled taco, taquito, flauta. What I mean, look at that.
Yeah, but the fry is
the
important.
fry is
Frankie.
very important, Frankie.
Most tacos are actually fried. Like street tacos are supposed to be lightly fried. And that's
Fried?
exactly why the crunchy shell became a thing in Tex-Mex. Is they were like, how do we make this faster? We'll fry the tortilla before we made the taco.
Are we talking like light on a
I mean, if you
pan,
guys
or
are
are we
going to be
talking
shouting
like
about
fried?
Taco Bell, you should look into where it came from.
Well, it feels like we're getting into chalupa range now, you know? Nice.
No, the whole idea was like nobody has time to fry a taco if you're in a hurry, so let's fry the shell first and then stuff it, and that's where you got the American taco.
Oh, so like the crispy shelled ones.
That's that
Okay.
where the whole thing came from.
I call the flautas the dipper. That's what they call,
Yeah.
call it at Taco Bell.
Well, also, speaking of Taco Bell,
Literally, Andy is crying.
shout out
Made
to
her cry. We need to get the tissue.
Shout out to El Monterey Taquitos. Absolutely unbelievable. Got me through the high school post high school snacks. El Monterey Taquitos. Throw them bad boys in the oven. Don't microwave them. That makes all the difference. Absolutely unbelievable. Number 4. Same number 4 as Mr. New York Rick, and that is going to be the elote Mexican street
Let's
corn.
go.
Slather that baby up. Throw it on the grill and then just slather it up. A little bit of creamy, spicy mayo, a bunch of spices on there. Get the lime squeeze going. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's fantastic. I absolutely love the elote.
Some of these other things, like they can interchange. If elote is on the menu, guaranteed order every time.
We'll take a couple of elotes for the
Every
table.
time.
Thanks. Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time.
A couple of elotes will start us off. Chips and guac, that'll start us off. Drinks, anybody want some drinks? Some margaritas? All right, and then come back for the food order in a little bit.
Yeah.
Number 3, pinnacle of diversity in this one. I mean, it's one of those guys that, yes, he's sitting at number 3 on my list, but on his best day, and he has a lot of good days, he's an easy number 1. I mean, you can mix and match any way you please, and that is your number 1, my number 3, the tacos. I mean, you can get different fillings, a little bit of beef, steak, chicken, shrimp, fish, pork, maybe a veggie one. Maybe you just do an avocado as the base. Different salsas, different tortillas, different shells, cheeses, cremas, salsas. The options are limitless. At their peak, they are almost impossible to beat. Tacos, number 3.
Yeah.
I mean,
great.
God, like a nice fried fish taco with like a good crema on them.
The best.
Man.
Yeah.
You can also get
I mean, I had it number 1, so I can't wait to see what you have number 2 and 1.
Korean tacos are also good.
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
Shout out to tacos. I absolutely love tacos. All right, number 2.
No wrong way to eat a taco.
No wrong way to eat a taco, Frankie. No wrong way to, even though, you're shaming us a little bit with our love for Taco Bell, but that's neither here nor there.
You'll get it, Taco Bell?
No. See? Number 2, going dessert here. Only got to have dessert? No, you had churros on
churro.
it. Not churros.
Oh.
Tres leches.
Just
an absolute banger of a cake. The lightest, airiest spun cake you ever had, soaking in 3 kinds of milk, hence the name. For those that don't understand, tres leches means 3 milks, 3 kinds of milk, evaporated, condensed, and whole. Give you just like the sweetest, most moist dessert you have ever had in your life. A little bit of cinnamon on top of that there. You get a good tres leches, it's hard to beat.
Good one.
I actually had never had it until like this time last year. We did the Fight Feast from Mexico City last year, and I had it for the first time. Mind blown. Can't believe I lived 30 years of my life without ever trying it.
One of my wife Holly's favorite dishes, definitely her favorite dessert.
Oh,
Loves a tres leches.
so good. So good. Absolutely incredible, which leads me to number one, a dish that I also recently discovered in years past. And that is, I am also shocked that Frank didn't have this, chilaquiles. Typically considered a Mexican dish. Fried tortilla chips, but you simmer them in either a salsa or a mole, top it with some cheese, some egg, some avocado, some crema, maybe some cojito, maybe some onion on there. It's so good. It's mind-bogglingly good. The first time I had it, I couldn't handle myself.
This is like the upgrade of the nachos. Like this is like the
It's like almost you would like almost consider it to be like breakfast nachos. Like the egg is consistent on it, but you are simmering the tortilla chips in like a salsa, so it isn't like you're just baking them. Yeah,
the place that we got the tres leches, like they all said that. Yeah, I remember those probably the best chilaquiles I've ever had.
Chilaquiles, shout out, man. That is my number one.
Wow.
Well, I think we can all agree we should go get some Mexican food.
Let's go get some Mexican food, baby. Little team bonding post show. Yeah.
Should we invite Ariel? You think that's?
Yeah, give him a call. Give him a call.
Send him a text. Send him a text.
No. I am down for that. Yeah, shout out to Mexican food, man.
No, but should we actually though?
Yeah, I'm down.
Kind of down.
I'm down. A team trip.
Can I tell you guys something?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna break a little circle of trust back here.
Yes.
Andy messaged me yesterday, sent me some pictures, direct quote, for tomorrow, because I don't trust their lists.
Okay, I want to
And
hear
you
what
had two of their
Andy has a list?
She sent 2 of the 3 things on your list.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you guys. Chilaquiles is my number one,
it's
but
gotta
the
be.
green sauce.
It probably
like,
wasn't
so
on,
good.
It probably wasn't on my simple basic Mexican.
What else do we have? Chilaquiles.
So I didn't write 5. I just sent a few until Jordan was like, they're not that bad of a list. And I was like, okay. Chilaquiles for sure with eggs for breakfast.
Shout out.
Green sauce.
I gotta get on this chilaquiles.
Have you ever had it?
No.
Fuck me, you have to have it. It's so good.
All right.
It's so
good.
All
right, so we're going after. I guess I have to get this.
Chilaquiles, have
yeah,
to.
in.
Then Mexican hot chocolate. Have you guys had this?
No.
I actually have had this. Shout out. Another great dessert.
Tell me, what's the
Cinnamon.
difference?
It's spicy. It's spicy. I feel like it's always made in that same pot. So delicious. Like if you like a good hot chocolate, this is just so aromatic and spicy. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Shout out Mexican hot chocolate.
And then the elotes. I had a question for you guys because I'm glad you guys added them. Have you had it in cups?
I was just about to say, so you go off Cobb.
Yes, I go off Cobb. And also, the last time I was out in Mexico, there was just people with stands and different buckets of different kinds of corn. And you could just tell her this one, and then the toppings. That's what this is the move.
Amazing.
Okay. I don't love corn on the cob because of the mess it makes.
Oh, I love it.
This is an amazing solution.
Makes me feel like I'm earning my food.
Nah, I don't like that.
Earning my keep.
Toddler eating habits you're bringing up here, Rick. You're like, I don't want it to be messy. I don't want my nachos to not have anything on it.
I feel like
wouldn't the toddler be the opposite? Wouldn't you want?
Toddlers don't like messy food.
You ever watched a toddler eat, Frank? It's not pretty.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I feel like you were off the mark a little bit there. That's all right. Next time.
All right, any super chats, Frank?
I know. Let me grab a bib for Rick real quick.
He just said he doesn't like the match.
He's trying to force this one in. It's not good. It's all right.
L's in the chat, Frank.
Yeah. Starting off, Trend Daddy wants to shout out to the boys in the back, especially New York.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sickness dodging, street shooting, best ride or die bro in the entire biz.
Can somebody double check?
You're the man, New York Rick.
Oh, sorry.
Shout out.
Sorry, Frankie.
I mean, the people listen to the podcast want to hear the super chat.
No, I'm sorry. That was my bad. Can somebody confirm? I think Trend Daddy was the one who tagged on the Frank one on the end of Helwani show yesterday. And if he is, that's very funny. Shout out to Trend Daddy.
Shout out to Trend Daddy.
Tech wants to know, has anyone made a Boys in the Back Studio Ghibli picture yet?
We have not. No.
And we refuse to, right? Like, we're not.
I'm not a fan of that.
I'm too old. I'm too old for the AI slop.
Yeah.
However, fans of Studio Ghibli all around, right?
Oh, love it.
Sure.
Jordan is shrugging right now because
Boy in the Heron.
Princess Mononoke.
Princess Mononoke.
Howl's Moving Castle. He knows. He's agreeing.
Yeah.
Cole B writes, UFC brings back Nate Diaz for Diaz versus Dustin at welterweight for Dustin's retirement fight. Max versus Charles for BMF.
Oh, shit.
And Justin versus Dan. Shrug face? I can't see.
Yeah, he's shrugging. I don't hate that. If
this was in the realm of possibility, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I don't
Dustin
hate that at
versus
all.
Nate
would be sick.
Would be pretty fun.
Feel like Dustin gets that done, but that's a perfect retirement.
You go out on that. You go out on the big Nate Diaz fight. Here's the problem. I love these as fights. I really like the creative matchmaking that you're doing here because I think Charles versus Max would be insanely fun and gives us that kind of like nobody's left out. My biggest problem that I think the biggest problem that I think you'd face there is I think you would be very hard. It would be very difficult for the UFC to convince Nate Diaz to sign up for a fight where the whole story is Dustin Poirier celebrating Dustin Poirier going out. And it's like,
a good point.
Nate Diaz is a big star, and he's never, even when Conor McGregor is the opposite, he's like, I'm the guy. And so I don't think you can sign him up for the fight where it's like, everybody's glowing about Dustin. This is Dustin's big send away. It's in Louisiana. And Nate is just like there. He would not sign up for that. He's just not that guy. He's the main attraction. He's always been the guy who wants to do it his way. Look at me. I don't care how famous Conor McGregor is. I'm the guy. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's a good counter to it, though. I don't know what they would do with Dustin if they did this, but like Charles versus Max for a BMF would be sick. Would be sick.
Damn. Charles versus Max would be incredible.
That would be unreal.
The problem is you've got this whole thing at the lightweight division, and then you've got Dustin off to the side who needs somebody who like is a good fight.
Yeah,
and that's,
big fight.
A big, good fight kind of makes it hard. But I like the creativity on this one.
Could run back Dustin versus Hooker.
Or what if Dustin's got two? Didn't Dustin at some point say he's got two more? Am I crazy?
I don't know. If he gets the New Orleans fight, that's got to be it.
Yeah, so maybe you do Nate first, then you do the New Orleans fight.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Anything else, Frankie?
Ryan Maddox writes, Locke, I think that Loke Dog was one of the interviews that Ariel Helwani couldn't think of yesterday. Sorry for only shouting out GC yesterday. New York Gout, more like New York Goat. Man, you really...
Wow, I've guilted everybody.
Yeah, everyone really feels bad for that. Shout out to
Does it make
Maddox.
you feel better, though? Like, now that they're all feeling guilty, they're coming out to say...
I wonder if that's Tom's son, Greg's son, Ryan.
Greg Maddox?
Yeah,
shout out
Greg
to
Maddox.
Atlanta Braves legends.
I'm in my Maddox year right now, 31. Let's go.
I'm a needy person, and I appreciate the love. Thank you. As far as that, he's referencing, yesterday we were talking, one of the people on the nose asked Ariel and referenced like kind of surprising interviews or like refreshing and like fun interviews. And I certainly think Lock Dog? He said Lock Dog. I think I have to.
Is it Loke or Lock?
He said Lock,
One of the
so
two.
I have to shift into
One
it.
of the two.
Lock Dog definitely fits that bill. He's an incredible kind of like refreshing name and face in that division. So yeah, it could be.
Jake Olate writes, UFC Iowa ticket secured. Maybe see y'all around.
Let's go.
No love for Drake as y'all will be in their arena. Interesting.
No, you said Drake.
I'm pretty sure that he's talking about the Drake Bulldogs, the university that was actually just in the NCAA tournament and unfortunately got knocked out in the round of 32. I believe in Des Moines, and this is the arena that they play at, unless I'm mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, we've been shouting out Drake. Thanks.
Yeah, we're cognizant of Drake.
We're cornheads. We know Iowa. Largest producer of corn, Iowa is. Anything else, Frankie?
24-inch Dub says, just want to say the show rocks and mad love to Frank.
Hey, shout out to 24-inch Dubs. I know he was upset with our Bob Cousy takes yesterday.
As a Celtics fan, I get it. Oh man, how about the Stephen A. and LeBron back and forth?
They're heated.
The never-ending drama between.
I feel like this one's just going to be good for LeBron. Don't know how good this is going to go for Stephen.
Somebody in our group chat, maybe it was Helwani. It's like, are they working themselves into a shoot? Like,
oh, they're already shooting.
It feels like we've been.
Yeah, once we started bringing up the really personal stuff, from Stephen A. today, that was it.
Yeah.
Any other ones, Frankie?
Sonny Chung makes a suggestion. Next list, maybe each give number 5, number 4, number 1, more drama.
So like go for each person. Go R5.
Oh, okay.
Go 5, 5,
5, 4, 4, 4. Ooh,
Sonny,
I don't
we'll
mind
put you
that.
in the next production meeting. We'll see how it goes.
No one gets angry about getting told how to produce a show than Mr. Mysterious Frank.
I just think we could afford to have one more producer.
What does On Air Jordan say to this?
I answer to Frank.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Frank makes the call.
That's the clear
24-inch Dubs, double dips, and Costco churro ruled. Rip, old friend.
Rest in peace to a real one.
One of the largest churros for sure. It was like this big.
Yeah.
Like shout out to the Costco churro. Churros are just fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, they're great.
It's just fried dough and so good.
You ever get the Subway ones? Churros.
They
churros,
sold those there.
churros.
Is that
No.
is it
New
legit
York,
good or are you
New York City Subway? like down in the subway.
Oh,
the
yes.
woman with the cart.
I thought you meant Subway restaurant. Oh, yeah. No, yes, a million times.
Yeah.
Side of the road churro,
Yep.
Subway churro. Yeah, no problem. I am not scared of people handling my food. Let's just say that. Like, I'll go to a street cart
several times.
Yeah.
Mango.
In fact, I dare say it adds a little extra spice, like flavor.
Wait,
Shout out
I
to
love
it.
it.
Whoa.
I actually-
They're wearing gloves. Like, they're not.
Are they?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I would not
What is
buy
this?
them if they did not put gloves
What
on.
is this?
Let's just
yes,
say maybe
everyone is. I'm not sold on that, Frankie. There's no health regulations for the
All right.
churro cart down
Fuck
in the
going to
subway.
Mexican food. Let's go down on the subway and
Fuck
just
no.
get a nice little snack.
Let's just say maybe I bought, a food or two where somebody
selling-
wasn't wearing
They're
gloves.
selling food in like the dirtiest place possible.
The rat I saw carrying the pizza
Yeah.
across the platform.
They're
No
wearing gloves.
They call
They're
that
not
But I
wearing
wouldn't
rat.
buy the pizza from them.
They're not wearing gloves, Frankie. They're not.
Lastly, Ben Hatch writes,
Shout out to a Subway churro.
y'all ever consider fighting back in the
Subway
day?
restaurants.
Honestly, I bet the Subway restaurant churros are fire. They got good cookies. Have I
That's
ever
true,
considered
actually.
fighting back in the day, like organized? No. There's been a.
Why back in the day? Are you guys past your prime now?
I am, yeah. I'm past the old prime.
Was this one just for you? Or
No, I think it was for both of us.
No, never did.
yeah.
How about now?
I'm way past my prime. I'm fucking
the
spoiled.
stress
milk
that
at
would
this
come
point.
to it, man.
So
I
you guys read
respect
this as
people that made the walk.
Professional fighting, right?
I mean, I've fought like.
Wait, can I see the
street
question? I was like half
fights.
paying attention.
Yeah, you guys.
Because I was laughing about Subway.
Yeah.
Oh, like, yeah, I mean, I feel like somebody's asked us.
Organized
before.
MMA now.
Yeah, like, we've been in a fight before,
But
but
did
that's
you
not.
consider the fight before you got into it?
No, it was not a lot of thought that went
Spontaneous-
into it. Yeah, it
spontaneous
was a
fighting.
lot of pretty spontaneous, dumb decision making.
Yeah, dumb.
How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
Yeah.
Is that Fight
You ever
Club?
been in a
That's
fight,
from
Frankie?
Fight Club.
Yeah.
A couple fights in my day
A couple fights in my day.
weren't considered to just happen.
Win any fights?
I mean, if you're
Who
fighting,
wins in a
you've
fight?
already lost. Yeah, what's the
I
fuck?
actually agree with
Right?
that. I agree with that.
I do want to say,
I went home on Easter one day.
and
with
I
a
described this
swollen
many a
nose.
time. Like if I were ever to be like in the octagon, I'm the reason there's a cage because my ass is trying to run out of there, and I'm like, let me out, like please, just let me. Like, has anyone ever had to climb out of the octagon because they're trying to get away from the other guy?
There was that one guy in the boxing match who,
Yeah.
at the moment the bell rang, just climbed over the rope
Casually
and
walked out.
bolted out.
Casually walked out.
I mean, I think you'd be surprised, Frankie, how many of the athletes that Ariel has spoken to over the years have said like they've wanted to do that. Like the UFC fighters who are like in there that are trained killers that are like, yeah, I just didn't want to be in there. I wanted to get the fuck out. Like it's kind of it is a mental battle. It is like that, and that is why Ariel in particular, but I think all of us continue to talk about how much we respect these athletes for going in there because it is not lost upon us as myself in the media, fans, that they are putting something on the line. They are doing something extremely dangerous. They are sacrificing things for our entertainment. And it is not natural to want to be in there. It is the opposite. It is something that you're supposed to, like your instincts are supposed to have you fleeing from those moments. But they rise to the occasion and put on fantastic performances and entertain us for many, many years. But I think you'd be shocked, Frankie, how many people actually do literally feel that and then they just swallow it and go
Yo,
on.
1,000%. If I ever were to do that, I know I would be in the locker room being like, why the fuck am I here? I cannot believe I'm about to do this.
Yeah, famously, Donald Cerrone, one of the like most like game guys of all time, one of the guys known for like making that walk no matter what. Sign me up 2 weeks, this, that, the other, has talked about the crippling anxiety that he faces every time he's about to do that walk. Like, why the fuck am I doing this again? I don't want to do this. I'm going to throw up.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's not even fighting, but like NFL players.
Yeah.
Like there are NFL players that'll just puke before every game. Just like, got to get the nerves out just because like they're that scared to go out there. Like, but they do it anyway. And that's why I respect them so much. It really is an unbelievable amount of bravery to get out there. So respect to them. I will never say anything bad about people that make the walk. Respect to them for life. I mean, like shout out to guys like Oscar Willis, Ben Davis.
Yeah.
Bare knuckle.
100%.
Crazy, man.
Proud
Crazy.
of them.
Yeah, shout out. No
Ben
more.
Davis, future challenge champion.
I can't wait to lock in. I can't wait to lock in.
Wait to fucking see that.
Anything else, Frankie?
That was it.
Well, shout out. Shout out to the chat. Someone mentioned who was the chick that ran in the one fight? Chelsea Chandler against Norma Dumont. The ultimate screenshot.
To be fair, we've seen some actual running. This one predates your time, but there was a guy named Caleb Starnes who literally spent an entire round running around the cage, circling away. By the way, I think we should do this. Andy, how did we do on the list? I was very concerned about how you were going to feel. You had your suggestions. Like, were we okay? Did we do good?
Rick, you guys did not disappoint. Your list was
good.
so predictable. Your list was so
yeah.
You play the hits. You play the hits.
I'm a simple man. I don't deny.
I saw it coming. That Family Guy clip that I sent yesterday, the tacos on a corn tortilla, that's you.
Okay,
that's you.
but at least I didn't.
Jalapenos?
At least I didn't put like quesadilla. And
Yeah,
at
that's
least,
true.
what I was referring to, wow, I can't believe I'm going back to pound for pound, but important that I say this. What I was referring to that nobody had, I think burritos are an abomination. This may be a hot take.
You're crazy.
I think burritos are an absolute abomination.
You're
the number
crazy.
of
Love
things
burritos.
that people just pile into this pocket, just absolutely disgusting.
There are shitty burritos. Fact.
No,
There
but all
are
burritos are
really
shit.
good
All
burritos.
burritos are
terrible
shit.
take.
All
Terrible take.
burritos
Terrible
are
take.
shit.
Terrible take. Love
You know
burritos.
what? I'm not having dinner with you.
Lay the
Yeah,
things
I'm
out
not
on a
either.
plate. Put the individual ingredients out.
You just haven't
Put
had a
them on
good burrito.
nachos. Burritos are just pockets for you to. I feel the same way about salads that are overloaded with ingredients. I feel the same way about sandwiches that are
What about
overloaded with
a
ingredients.
spring roll, huh?
Dude, this is crazy.
No,
take.
burritos
Not
are
only
shit.
burritos are elite, you can also have the
Shit.
versatility of breakfast burritos as well, which is just one of the best.
Eat some good
breakfast
tacos
items.
instead.
I've never
burritos.
been more embarrassed.
Burritos are just an excuse for people to pile 10 different ingredients.
You don't even have
into
to
it,
do 10.
and you don't even taste it.
Give me
You don't even
rice.
taste
Give me
anything.
chicken. Give me cheese. Give
Sounds
me
like a great
guac.
taco.
There it
Sounds like a
is.
fantastic taco.
Wrap that bitch up into it. Maybe fry it. Then we're
Yeah,
talking.
put
Then we're
that on the
talking
taco.
chimichangas, baby. No one, any
Corn-
chimichangas out here.
Corn.
All right,
tortilla.
Eric, enough of this nonsense.
They're cooking you.
Frank is back here trying to bribe Andy to be like, hey, can you get on the horn and just be like, Frank's got the best list.
They're
Wow,
Literally,
you're trying
listen,
to cheat.
Man.
$10 across my face
You think
to
I would
Andy.
spend money in this control room?
They're cooking you in the chat. They're saying that you're actually trolling. They're actually saying that he's
He has to be trolling. Oh, I hate
Me?
burritos.
Oh no, not trolling at all.
Also hate
Burritos
freedom
are
of
shit.
speech.
Absolute garbage.
They're saying that you're having a gout flare up and it's making you angry.
He does look a little red.
Mike P says you're a troll. Skullface says you're dead to him. Someone ban Rick from the chat, please.
You all enjoy your disgusting trash pockets
Wow,
while
this
I'm
is
over
crazy.
here eating a delicious taco.
Crazy.
We
I mean,
used to be boys in the pack. Now
I'm
we're
here. I'm over
just
here at
in the
Chipotle.
pack.
Get a bowl like an adult. Get a bowl like an
Wow.
adult.
also, another more drama in the chat. Plus Money MMA. Frankie's saying that Frank won't talk about the fatty boombalatti. And he says that I wasted $2 telling GC I got him in NOLA.
There is a
Can you answer that?
producer that feeds me what questions to read to air and which ones not to.
Wow.
Are we avoiding the subject of fatty boombalatti right
I
now?
guess Fatty Boombalati for you guys at the NOLA show.
Yeah, shout out Plus Money MMA. We got you, brother. We got you.
I mean,
I've been down for that.
to go to the NOLA show, like Dustin.
Go to the
last
NOLA
one will
show,
probably
off
be
a little
pretty-
fatty boombalatti, spend some time on Bourbon Street. I'm down. Haven't been to New Orleans since 2022.
What's the pen pun we could tie?
Yeah, we could think of something. Dustin Penier? Nah, we could think of something. We could think of something good. But yeah, shout out to Plus Money MMA. Shout out to the fatty boombalatti. Everybody knows that. All right, so I guess we end the show with Rick's worst take of all time.
Everybody fucking loves burritos, huh? Yay!
Breakfast
Trash.
burritos too. Change the rice to the eggs. Absolutely
Yeah,
fantastic.
stick that in the taco. It's great.
Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone for watching. Tune into the Crack tomorrow, and then the Ariel Helwani show on Monday.
Wow.
And we'll be back. Enjoy UFC Mexico City. Maybe we'll get some Mexican food on Saturday.
Get a
in honor of
burrito.
it.
today?
For God's sake.
Get a
burrito.
Get a burrito. Get a breakfast burrito
Don't get a
for
burrito.
breakfast. Get a burrito for lunch, and enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching. Adios, amigos.